Good morning, Pace. It's the last day. We're all very excited, and My name is Cherubim731. I'm joined here with the master of games, Garni, and we're going to be running some Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. We're a little bit behind, so we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to give a quick countdown, and we'll send it over to Garni. So we'll send it over there, and we're going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to start off here just doing a couple resets. We want to make sure there's some RNG in this run. We want to get a deck that is good enough to run with, and that involves having a card called Regeki. And if we can get some good fusions, there are a lot of types in this game. We're going to have to do a lot of work with this starter deck. So Hashin's going to tell us a joke here. We're going to fast forward some dialogue. He thinks it's very funny.
Say, what do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire?
I don't know, Garni. What do you get?
Frostbite.
Oh, jeez.
Haishin thought it was funny.
Haishin did think it was funny. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. We're going to have a good time with this one. So we are going to give it 3 resets to see if we get a good deck. We do have a seed with a playable deck here ready to go. This is the 15-card mod. Playing this game vanilla with with just 1 card per duel win is very, very RNG heavy. So the 15-card run makes it a little more friendly. We do have Regeki, but the rest of the deck looks kind of bad. We're going to go ahead and try again. We don't have any dragons, any thunders. This is a game based off of Yu-Gi-Oh!, the very popular child's card game. Except this game was made before they really made the rules for Yu-Gi-Oh! So they were just kind of flying by the seat of their pants on this one, and we have some interesting rules. Here we go back to Shin's Comedy Club. You can mash through most of the tech boxes in this game, except this one. You have to listen to Hashin laugh. Yeah. Trouble in ancient Egypt. Let's see if we get a nice starter.
It's about 50-50 that your starting deck will have either Regeki or Dark Hole. And Regeki is the one that I'd like to get. Dark Hole is runnable. I've never really been very good with it though. And for marathon safety, I'd like to just be able to do the simpler way of playing the game.
Let's see. Pray for RNG.
I saw Dark Hole. It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over. So one more time. We'll see if we can get a playable deck. If not, we'll load our preset deck here.
Yeah, I would have just started from a decent starting deck at the beginning, but I wanted to give the full Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories experience where you're resetting for the right kind of cards and everything, at the very least. And you'll have to forgive us, we had some tech issues. There won't be any audio from the game, unfortunately. If you'd like to look up the soundtrack and play the 1-hour-long versions of the free duel and the tournament duel in the background, you will have an incredible time. The music in this game is fantastic. Okay, one last go here. Let's see what our deck has.
And it is...
It's garbage. Okay, so I'm loading a save state here. I'll give a quick peek at the deck that I have on this save state.
There we go.
Wow, that's all it took.
Incredible. So lucky.
I'm so lucky.
All right, so we are spending a little bit of time in the past getting a little history lesson here. Forbidden Memories starts out in ancient Egypt, where we learn some things and talk to our friend here, decide to not duel him. Fun fact, if you accidentally duel this man and win or lose, you will be stuck in a segment of the game that I have never seen before because I always quit out of it. I don't actually know how to proceed out of that segment of the game. I don't know that anyone does if they haven't played it casually. don't duel this man. This is the man we're trying to duel, the failed comedian Hushin. He's dressed in evil robes. He's probably doing evil things. We don't know because we've never read the text boxes for this game.
Yeah, you could, Cherubim, you could actually make up the plot as you go along with this run, and I would believe you because I've never understood it to begin with. I've never read the text.
Yep, here's Kaiba. He's kidnapped our sister, maybe. We don't know. We never see that character again.
And also in chat, if you'd like to make up the plot as you go along, that'd be amazing too.
Yeah, please. We're welcome to ad-libs the plot. Here's the MacGuffin, Millennium Puzzle. This is Simon. He got beat up. He's bad at dueling, which we would know if we dueled him, but we never do. All right, first battle coming up. Hushin, this is why we got such a good deck. I'm ready.
I'm going to try my best. This guy is... I mean, he's kind of a pushover.
Yeah, right? Easy. The fate of all of Egypt is on the line, Garni.
It's lying on the shoulders of this one dolphin.
Please. Oh, no.
No.
Unlucky. Oh, Garni playing a 0-power monster. Not very good in the face and attacking the Black Skull Dragon.
I thought I was dividing by 0.
Oh, my God. For those of you that don't know, higher number good. And Hashin has higher number. In fact, Garni has perished. And that's Hashin. Good job, Garni.
Time to reset.
Yep.
Oh, no, I died.
Now, obviously, this fight is possible to win. It is not likely that you will win, and losing is not a problem. Simon's going to wrestle with Hashin here. We're going to mash at least until we get to the part where we smash the puzzle.
Yeah, just
until we...
got to do it right.
Well, you know, Garni, we like the puzzle. We don't want to shatter it. If you do not... There are two options there. You can shatter the Millennium Puzzle or not shatter the Millennium Puzzle. If you do not shatter the Millennium Puzzle, then Simon will continue to wrestle with Hashin until you decide to eventually shatter the puzzle. But we're in the present day now, in a card shop. Something has gone terribly wrong to find ourselves here. We're going to mash through some text, talk to the man with an awesome haircut and a purple suit. And we're going into the World Tournament. Some things about Yu-Gi-Oh! That you'll need to know. You're going to notice Garni is going to get hand of 5 cards, and he's going to be combining those cards to make a certain set of fusion monsters. All of the base cards in this set are not very good. Not until much later. The AI gets a lot of good base cards. We do not. But that's okay because we can shove cards together and make them into better cards. The way that you determine that is based on the type of the card. The types are all listed. There's like, it'll show in the corner a little symbol. There are plants, fiends, beasts, all sorts of fun stuff. But not only those listed card types are available, there are also card subtypes, which the game doesn't tell you and leads you to figure out by yourself. And those subtypes are determined by what are in the art for the playing cards. So, for example, Sklangel is a winged creature. It doesn't have, it has the type fairy, but it also has wings in its picture, so it counts as a winged creature for fusions. We have no fusions here. This is Duel Master K. He is essentially the Dark Link of this game. He just has a copy of your deck and has a pretty good... He's very easy. He's nice. He won't fuse things. So he generally will be pretty easy to beat off the get. As long as you fuse a single thing, then you will probably have a fine time beating Duel Master K. And even if you don't fuse a single thing, then apparently just having the right star sign is enough to get through it. But the reason we do this is because a lot of the times the decks are bad to start, and we really want to just fight Duel Master K to try and get some card drops. Every time you win a duel in this game, you're going to, because this is the 15 card mod, get 15 cards as a reward. You can use those cards to improve your deck. And Garni not very lucky with fusions here, but it looks like we'll use the other mechanic of this game, the star signs, to help us get through this.
There's a sort of like weakness and resistance element to this game as well, where some each monster card has 2 star signs, and one beats the other, and so on.
You can think of it simply as Pokemon typing. If someone that was into astrology did Pokemon types.
So one thing to note is, I forgot to tag. One thing to note about the fusions in this game is, if you've actually played Yu-Gi-Oh, you normally need a card called Polymerization to fuse monsters. Well, I mean, this is a much gamier way of playing the game where you don't need polymerization, and like what Cherubim was saying about the types and subtypes, that just kind of allows the game to flow more freely, and you can just make up a lot of different things as we go along. And the starting deck that I picked was one with Raigeki, and at least something I could work with. But as you're seeing now, it doesn't really have a lot of really good things to work with just yet. And that's why I'm going against Duel Master K at this moment, because Duel Master K drops monsters and other things that will help even out the deck so I can progress immediately into the story. And this is what we do in races for the 15 card game. We normally only win 1 card per duel as we play through the game, but with 15 cards, it makes the game unbelievably more consistent. This game is notoriously very evil. If anyone's ever played this game before, you'll know that. The game actually cheats. I'm not lying, I promise. If I die, it's obviously cheating.
Yeah. Definitely not through any fault of Garni's own that he would perish in this terrible, terrible card game that we play. Lots of RNG in this run. But there are a couple of things we can manipulate to help us out. Each enemy that we duel against will...
Was it good?
Yeah, let's go. I saw a little bit of something in there as we were speeding through. Each enemy will have a maximum attack monster that they can play. The enemies will always play a monster if they have 0 monsters, with a few exceptions, but for the most part they will always play a monster, which means if we manage to get a good fusion with high attack power in play, we can control the board and make it so the enemy does not play many. It will only play basic monsters. Ooh, Bolt Penguin. Let's go. We got some nice drops. Let's go. And rocks. Is this going to be Ushioni time? Possibly. We'll
Hopefully.
see. If only we could be so lucky. Anyway, Garni, making some quick edits to the deck. There's a lot of decision making and complications when choosing which fusions to put in your deck, and it takes a lot of practice. But we're now in much better shape than we were when we fought Duel Master K. We got a lot of...
Turn 1, I get a 2100 attack monster instead of like that last duel. I was struggling to get anything with 1200.
Yes, and Rex over here is not going to play much. And look at that, we got
Our first twin-headed Thunder Dragon of the speedrun.
Perfect. This is the card you're going to get used to seeing a lot. Twin-headed Thunder Dragon is a very high-powered creature that can be made with very low-power cards pretty easily. And that is what we're going to be aiming for a lot of the time.
Cherubim, can you go through rankings for this game and what kinds of qualifiers will give me a certain rank?
Sure can. So this game does have a ranking system after every battle based on how well you do by this game's metric, which is not super black and white. There are 2 broad types of rankings. There's either Tech and POW. POW is based on how little you fuse, how quickly you manage to win, which is measured by how many cards you have left, how much damage you take. If you're full health, you will be more powerful. And how many times you win in combats versus your opponent. So this will be an S-POW probably here. Garni's above 27 cards. Yep, S-POW. And the rank that you get affects the cards the card pool you win your rewards from based on your opponent. So since we S-Powed Rex, we'll pull from the S pool for Rex. And for the most part, you have the S and A pool for POW, and then, ooh, is that another whitening? Very good. You have the S and A pool for POW that you pull rewards from. Then for everything down B, C, and D, for POW and Tech, there's a single giant pool of cards that you get from. So if you're not going to get A or S POW or A or S Tech, then it doesn't really matter what your ranking is. And then finally, later, there's a very specific set of cards you get from getting the Tech reward. And that is a little bit more complicated, involves needing to do a pretty certain set of actions in order to achieve that. And it's something we're going to be doing later for Pegasus to get a very specific few equipments that we want to access.
For that first duel against Rex, and for this duel against Weevil, I want to get an A or S POW. It's not too big of a deal if I don't get one, but to increase my chances at like better rewards, that's my goal for the battle. But we're getting a hard mode on this fight where the opponent plays their strongest card immediately, and right now I have to kind of trick the AI by playing a card face down and hoping that it doesn't attack it because it's scared, but he doesn't like me and wants to kill me.
Hard mode Weevil. We can beat that card, and we will with Regeki. Regeki, a very powerful magic that destroys all of your opponent's monsters. It is very good, and Weevil back row, so the AI doesn't have any monsters left.
It's bean time.
Let's go. Bean Soldier.
So for this game, there are a lot of colloquialisms for the monsters and items and other things and strategies and all. And Bean is just a very nice guy, and we love him. And these draws are awful. And I want to go home. So I'll be selecting, as you can see, there's like a numbering on top of the cards. When they're in my hand, I'm selecting like which order they're going to be playing out in. And that's really important as far as like fusions go. And there's like tiering systems with the fusions based on how monsters will fuse together depends on the attack power of the monster. And I just cannot draw what I want. So we may take a loss here, but it's not too unusual to take a loss early on or at any point in this run, actually.
Yeah, sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh will just be angry with you and nothing you can really do about it. Once you lose control and your opponent starts fusing monsters, it becomes much, much more difficult to win.
Yeah, you can only actually take one action per turn.
Pumpkin.
Whether that means you are playing a monster card or you're using a magic or a spell card. And in fact, there's really no overlap between the two. When it comes to like the order of the cards that you use, monsters will take priority in the way that you play cards. If you were to select multiple cards that include monsters, magics, and spells and traps, then the monster will take priority and will play instead of any of the spells or traps in the sequence, even if it was the last card. So there's this game is really punishing when you can't get control in the first few turns, along with the AI also being extra punishing. If you don't get control really quickly, they can start playing other cards that set up and make your life a nightmare. So at the start of that fight where I wasn't able to get control because he played his strongest monster immediately, it just spiraled out of control and I couldn't get any more out of it, unfortunately. But hopefully this time we'll do better and get a little bit luckier. What's a speed run without luck?
And we got a twin long rods. Let's go. So I did mention that a lot of the fusions were just fusing types of cards together, but there are also specific card fusions, which are very, very narrow in their usages and not very helpful in the speedrun, but they do exist.
Right. So fusing that Flame Cerberus, it just requires a Beast card and a Pyro, and very loosely speaking. But excuse me, there are a lot of very, very, very specific fusions where it requires like this card, and only those two cards will make this fusion, and it'll fuse into like just one type of monster instead of just a generic beast and a generic flame or pyro monster that will make Flame Cerberus every single time.
Here we go. We got ourselves a fusion. Key Mace is a female subtype, and combining that with a beast will make Nekogal.
Number 2.
Number 2. Nekogal number 1, not in the game.
She's here, but you will very seldom see her.
Not in the game.
Yeah, so this time around, I got my fusion right away and was able to take complete control of the duel. He wasn't able to do any fun fusions or get any stronger monster cards on the field. In fact, I played a card strong enough that he wouldn't have been able to beat it, and I won on turn 1, basically.
Flame Cerberus has a star sign that, and a POW, very nice. Flame Cerberus has a star sign that will beat Weevil's strongest card, which was that 2200 bug.
And I'm saving after every story duel because of reasons that you saw earlier, where I just game overed at the very beginning of the game.
So we're moving through the World Tournament now from Mai onward all the way to Pegasus. We're actually going to want to get B, C, or D ranking. So Garni might be slowing down and not winning as fast as possible, even if he's capable, because you want to make sure to go through enough cards, fuse enough to get the rankings for B, C, or D. And the reason we're doing that is because if you A or S POW, you end up getting a lot of powerful creatures. And
I'm looking for a trap card.
Yeah,
from
specifically
the
trap
next few
cards.
duels.
Any trap card will do. There are better ones than others, but we will take any trap card because that will be activating a trap card is a requirement for A-teching, and A-teching is something that we're going to have to do here in just a little bit. The equip raise body heat. All of the equip cards you'll see are going to basically do the same thing. They will raise a creature's power by 500, and the different equip cards will just work on different creatures. The only exception to that is, I believe, Megamorph, which raises any creature's power by 1,000. That is the golden standard of equips and what we're going to be going for a little bit later.
Yeah, the equip cards are very specific. The one in this deck only works on dinosaur-type monsters, which is not very nice. That equip is not very good to use in general.
No.
And I don't even have dinosaurs in my deck right now. So if it comes to the point where I get to the point where I want to A-tech, I can make a choice if my deck is good enough to throw in some dinosaurs to try and get the A-tech anyways, or I can push past it and try to get an equip card that would actually work the way I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that isn't terrible. That's the right way to say it.
But, we've got some time. We've got Bolt Escar got. And also, when we BCD these next couple duels, there is a chance we receive an equip card as well. There are a lot of good ones that these people can drop. So hopefully, coming up here, Maya will maybe gift us something.
Right, so I passed the turn there, even though I had lethal and could have won the duel. because I wasn't, I still didn't have the qualifications to make the BCD POW. But now passing the turn and doing another fusion, that should let me do a BCD and get the rewards that I'm looking for, or at least land in the pool with the rewards that I'm looking for. It was still an A. I'm bad.
Oh my god.
There's still good cards you can win from A, but I just needed one more fusion, and that's it's really hard to keep track of everything in this run.
There is
like,
a lot.
Edit the deck quickly, look at your hand, get your fusions quickly, make sure you're on track for all of these different kinds of qualifiers to get what you're looking for. It's an incredible endurance test. Oh, we still got a Bolt Escargot, which is about as good as you want it.
That's very good, yeah. I didn't even know Mike could drop Bolt Escargot. Again, the Thunder type, or Lightning type, is what we're going to be using to fuse into Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, so the more of those, the better. We want as much of our deck to be Dragon and Lightning type, because we need at least one of those for
Crawling
Twin-Headed.
Dragon, okay.
Let's go.
The raised body heat will work on Crawling Dragon.
Oh, very good.
If you didn't, yeah.
The one time Crawling Dragon being a dinosaur and a dragon. Yes, and again, cards with multiple types, it's great. They're very convenient. They work in fusions until they don't, for reasons that exist and are complicated, and don't worry about it. Just a lot of this game involves staring at a handful of cards and then smushing them together and hoping it works out. Here it does. We have a Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Look at that.
I don't recommend doing that at home, like with actual cards, trying to smush them together, by the way.
Unfortunately, in real card games, smashing cards together does not, in fact, make better cards or newer cards. You have to at least be a king of games to make that trick work. Garni just throwing away his hand there, which helps get the deck count lower to help us get down to that BCD.
You'll always draw up to 5 cards at the start of your turn, and when I don't have any good cards in my hand, I'll just toss them all in order to get as good as a hand as possible for the next turn. Especially if I'm looking for a specific card and it's just not there in my hand. Later on, when I need to rely on equip cards more frequently, that will become a prime strategy.
Chad has mentioned this is the card game of all time, and I couldn't agree more.
So we're going through, again, like referring to the soundtrack. These are the preliminary duels. If you want to throw that YouTube video on, the music in this game is fantastic. And we're going through a tournament right now. There's several different duels that we're progressing through that.
Flower Girl.
That will progress the story ahead. We're trying to make our way back to ancient Egypt for reasons I have no idea, because I don't know the plot in this game.
Oh yeah. Well, don't worry. I can tell you. We are actually going through a tournament because we like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're soon going to meet a character who tells us that in addition to liking playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, we're actually the chosen one. And in order to fulfill our destiny, we have to collect the relics, which all, conveniently enough, are in the tournament, and we will face them in order. So, it all works out for us. We just collect all the relics. Here's the guy, not Joey.
Not that guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
And all of these relics, I mean,
this guy.
They're basically jewelry, We're trying to pimp our dude.
This guy in his ancient Egyptian outfit, walking into a card shop in 2024. We enter the MC Escher dimension here and talk to our inner self, which is the us that we played in ancient Egypt, where we had much more hair gel. And that ancient us tells us that we can capture these sacred items.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could boil this game down to like Kingdom Hearts, where I'm trying to seal all the keyholes with the jewelry.
Yeah, it's basically just Kingdom Hearts, because that helps simplify the plot.
Shoutouts to the Kingdom Hearts run that happened on Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning.
I think it was. It was a long time ago.
Well, we got Dragon Zombie and Mystical Moon.
So okay, I'm taking out Praise Body Heat. We're not looking at that guy ever again. And
He's hot.
I'm taking out the the stuff for my dinosaurs because I don't want to look at them ever again either.
Zombie Warrior, also not too bad. Zombie's great for fusions. If you just select them and smoosh them together, they'll probably make something.
Yeah, zombies are very malleable, kind of like dragons, in that they work with a lot of different kinds of cards. That's kind of the goal, like with our fusions here, is I want to put in a lot of cards that will work and synergize together. So a lot of these fusions are interchangeable. Like in that hand, I had 3 different kinds of paths I could have taken, this one being the most powerful, of course. But if I really needed to, I could have made other cards. Or
What's
if,
this
like,
guy's
my hand,
name, Garni?
His name is Shoddy.
Shoddy?
You think it's because he's bad?
Oh, he's very bad. Which is good, because losing to Shoddy would mean we'd have to mash through that entire text segment
Wait, so
again.
if being bad is good, that means I was good when I lost the Weevil, right?
Oh, that's true. And that means I'm good all the time.
This game will humble you very quickly.
Oh, yeah. You think you know? Forbidden Memories will show you you know nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, we have to tech it. Boink. Could you have twin-headed there?
No, I didn't have a dragon.
Oh, that was... I'm sorry.
I could
my
have
bad.
dropped it on the crawling dragon, I guess, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter too much. I needed more fusions anyways.
Sorry, excuse me for thinking that, what was that? Crawling Dragon 1 was a dragon. Or what was that? Winged?
Oh, winged dragon. Oh,
Yeah.
I see now. This makes a lot more sense now. I didn't quite understand why you were thinking that I could make a twin-headed there.
Yeah. Forgive me for thinking you can make that with winged dragon, but it is a winged beast, not a dragon, despite being called dragon.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, playing Forbidden Memories is a lot like learning a language. You've got false cognates, like Winged Dragon number 2, which is not a dragon, it's actually a bird.
Oh, Sangan. Let's go.
And speaking of Sangan, that's a very popular effect monster in the original game, or in the actual card game.
Yeah.
There are 0 effect monsters in this game.
Yeah, we don't have effects.
Big number good, and we Unga Bunga hit card.
Garni, have you ever watched the entirety of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated series?
Only the original one, yes.
I have watched the entirety of the abridged Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, but I have not watched. And I've watched a summary of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, so I'm pretty sure I know what's going on. Something, friendship.
The abridged series is very good. It's very funny. Wait, that's a fake beast.
Oh, is it Deeg?
It was Digbeak.
Digbeak. Digbeak, not a real beast for fusions.
Again,
it
the
says
false
beast.
cognates.
Yeah, learning this game is really like learning English. It doesn't really make sense except when it does, and when you think you know that it makes sense, it doesn't make sense again. Boink. Sandwich time. Combining a female with a rock card gets you Mystical Sand, the Sandwich. What do we do here?
Angry old man.
3 bonks into Angry Man. Oh, that's big Angry Man.
Oh,
Bolt Escargot can make big Angry Man?
well, the Rogue Doll. So, speaking of fusions a little bit further, there are tiers to it. And, I mean, it's based on the attack power there. And because Rogue Doll was a high enough attack power, it didn't really matter what other lightning type monster I threw it on. It was going to make this tier 2 angry old man, my mistake. And also to, again, further explain some of the mechanics and how I'm able to confidently play certain cards and attack certain monsters, even though we've seen that my opponents can play very powerful cards right away. The Guardian Stars, the kind of Pokemon-like weaknesses that were mentioned earlier, when your opponent plays a card it shows the default Guardian Star of that card. And in a way, that's a tell, and you can have a pretty
Yeah.
good idea of what monster cards your opponent is playing before it even becomes your turn.
Once you play this game enough, there is actually, it's the illusion of random. There is a pretty finite number of cards the opponent can play, and there are a lot of signs that can indicate which of those specific cards they are playing.
Having said that, they still cheat, and
They still cheat.
one example of that is, we can only use and see 5 cards in our hand. However, the opponent looks like it only has 5 cards in its hand, but in actuality, by the end of the game, some of the opponents have like 20 cards in their hand.
Yeah, and it is, again, cheaty face. The opponent appears to have a 40-card deck like we do, when in actuality they roll on a random table for a pool of 80-plus cards, and it is weighted for how good that card is. Because just having those random rolls, yo, we got an Umi? That's great. That
Yeah.
saves us lots of star chips later. Perfect.
I like Umi.
Umi good. Oh, and a book of secret arts for our sandwich. Let's
So
go.
the deck is looking pretty good. This opponent, Pegasus, is actually the one that will end up attacking later. I did not win a trap card earlier.
So we just have to punch him in the face till he gives us a trap card.
Yes. And this is where the difficulty has a very noticeable spike as well within the game. If I wasn't playing the 15-card mod and I haven't won as many very good cards as I have at this point, this is pretty much what the original game farms for. And even then, the one in
I
100
see.
chance of getting the Meteor Black Dragon, where he can just, like I said, the game cheats.
Suck it,
and
Pegasus.
I had to take 3 cards to mash together a 2800 monster, and that guy just dropped 3500 in one turn.
If only we could do that. And we will try to do that. Yeah.
In due time. We'll have to settle for our Pumpkin.
Pump King of Ghost.
Mystical Moon. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. Pegasus is really fighting to win this tournament, you guys. Doesn't he know that he's not the protagonist, and if he wins, then the universe ends and resets?
Right. He doesn't have enough hair gel.
Yeah, that's true.
So from here, like in this case, since I'm losing this battle, basically, I'm going to be dropping all of my cards.
Yo, I never knew about that fusion. Zombie plus rock is dirt rock. I see. Oh, and a meteor dragon. This one doesn't matter. But Curry Box is the problem. And we already used Raigeki, so unless we get a twin-headed, which we did not. Wait, no, did not.
Yeah, I'm just going to say GG's, you won this one.
No, we could have tried to fake out Pegasus. Sometimes when you
Actually,
put a card face down in defense mode, the AI will assume, oh, or Pegasus is just going to be mean. Hey, that's our card. Never mind. Crimson Sunbird. Sometimes you put a card face down in defense position, the computer will assume that we played a card that can defend against the things they have, and in response to that, shut up, Pegasus. He always looks so smug when he wins. In response to that, the AI will turn all their cards sideways, put them in defense position, and not attack because they're scared, which sometimes allows us to come back from some sticky situations, but not that time.
See, this is how I know you didn't watch the anime, because you can't fake out Pegasus. He always sees your face down cards.
Yeah, that's right.
read your
Pegasus
mind.
knows.
And that's a legit mechanic. You can't fake out Pegasus at all. There's some other opponents that you can't fake out either. It's very specific which ones you can and cannot. So we'll go at it again. This fight can give you some trouble. I mean, I just lost that one, but like even in 15 card, like I said, the difficulty ramps up pretty badly here, and I got a bunch of crap again. So we're going to
Throw it away.
Do our best.
I'm going to do my best.
It
Gravas.
might work.
As long as it's not Meteor or Curry Box. Oh. Yo, face
Nice.
down. Let's
Parrot
go.
Dragon.
Actually, you can't beat the puppet either, can you?
I could if I did a different fusion, but that's Parrot Dragon, which it loses to Jupiter.
Shoutouts to Jupiter. Someone that has run Forbidden Memories before.
That's true. He has. There's a odd crossover with Forbidden Memory and Castlevania speedrunners. They are a lot more frequent than you would think. A lot more, I guess comorbidity is a word for it.
The brain rot that affects Castlevania runners also gets Yu-Gi-Oh runners, I suppose.
So it's looking like we'll win this duel. Pegasus can drop a trap card, which would be very helpful. And if he doesn't, I will progress through the World Tournament one more duel for a potential trap card. And if that one doesn't drop me one, then I will
Go into free duel.
go into free duel and start farming for a trap card specifically because I need to start A-teching to prepare my deck for the remainder of the game, basically.
When we go back in time. If you go back in time before you have some good equipment, then you'll have a bad time. Oh, Mystical Sheep 2, let's go. Yeah, that's right, Pegasus. Get destroyed.
Another thing I want to point out about just winnings in this game is there are different card pools, of course, that we've mentioned before, but there is a vast difference. Like, there's so many cards in this game, and you could wind up with very different decks each time you run this game. Like, this deck that I have right now is workable and good and is not a bad deck or anything like that. But, okay, great, I got a trap card, so I'll do this duel.
Let's go.
And then we'll go back. But this deck, honestly, is a little awkward in some ways that I would like to have other cards instead of. Anything else? I got a second Doomy. There's another dragon.
We want another dragon for sure.
Yeah.
My face when I forget this duel exists, I'm just like Pegasus and Kaiba, right? Nope.
Which is funny because, like, in the early days of running this game, people used to farm this person a lot more for widespread ruin before we learned more of the modern strats. So this opponent, she plays mostly Aqua cards. I wasn't able to make a fusion that has Pluto for our Guardian side, but if you can fuse pretty much anything with the Pluto Guardian side, you basically win this duel. It's like lightning over water, and it's super effective.
I would never say anything as foolish as this duel is free and we're going to win anyway.
No, she's probably got a turtle down there that's too powerful for me anyways.
Nope.
It wasn't too powerful, but it was a turtle.
It was a turtle, was not too powerful. Love to see it. Catapult turtle going down.
This lady also has like a 1 in 100 chance to play Omega hard mode and drop a Black Skull Dragon, which is 3,200 attack points.
I have never seen that happen.
Lucky.
Lucky.
Lucky you, bud.
All right, twin-headed coming in here so we can clean up Aqua Dragon and continue to win the duel.
And for the ranking, I want a B, C, or D rank for this duel for trap cards, equip card, dragon monsters, things like that.
Does help that we took a little damage. Thanks, Aqua Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Nax.
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop.
Any RuneScape players in the chat?
Chop, chop.
Oh, I could have used the axe on Neko Gal.
Listen, man.
I would have won this turn.
Insane. You wouldn't have won, right? 'Cause you had to play...
Oh, you're right. I had to play Rogue Doll. That's what, yeah. right, we're going to be finishing up this duel, and then we're going to go into free duel. I'm going to start doing A-teching, which is an incredibly complicated way of dueling to reach a specific rank to get a specific card pool.
It's
First, for the
nightmare.
soundtrack, you'll want to put on the free duel 1 hour long extended version.
Oh, perfect.
And Cherubim, if you would mind describing the category, the what I need to do to reach
Excellent.
an A-tech, that would be great.
So ATEX, there is a point system that you use to get to ATEC, but specifically, it's kind of been discovered like a minimum set of actions to get an ATEC in this game that runners will frequently use. There's kind of a checklist they go through. So that checklist is fusing 15 times, so shoving a lot of cards together, winning 4 effective attacks, which means that you have to attack a monster that is in attack position and win. That is an effective attack. And Garni is going to be frequently fusing and then ending with a weak monster to bait the AI into attacking our weak monster so we can use our better monsters to defeat that monster and get an effective attack. We also need to take at least 1,000 life points of damage. We have to activate 1 magic card, play 1 card face down, play 1 equipment card, and activate 1 trap card. All of these conditions, combined with the fact that we have at least fewer than 3 cards in our deck remaining at the end of the duel, should provide us an attack consistently. So A-teching is something, it's a big form of skill expression. This is not an ideal hand for this. We don't have a lot of fusions, so it's important to note we do have a limited number of cards to do all of these things with. So we need to make sure that when we throw things away, oh no, we don't, that is,
Nice.
oh yes, nice, puppet. So we can now get an effective attack. This is very good. And he backrowed, hopefully it won't be disastrous or sad. We're going to make a twin-headed here. That's a couple fusions, or Black Dragon Jungle King into twin-headed. So we'll get some fusions here. You have a limited number of cards. This is fine. Fake trap's fine. Why didn't we get a fake trap? Pegasus, why didn't you give us a fake trap? You have a limited number of cards and time to do these things, so you can't just throw down weak monsters because then you won't draw enough cards, you won't get enough fusions, your hand can get clogged. It is a lot of different qualifications for successfully getting this ATEC. And doing this ATEC quickly is difficult. Doing it at all is complicated and kind of annoying, but doing it quickly is a very, very high skill bar. So we'll just watch Garni take care of this. We got a lot of cards getting shoved together here. Thanks, zombies, for being able to fuse into everything and anything.
Optimistically, I'll want to use all 5 cards in my hand every turn. I'll need to like essentially pass 2 turns to play my trap and magic cards down. But if I can use all 5 cards in my hand, even 4 cards is pretty good. Then the ATAC progresses really quickly. Okay,
Ooh,
this is
a
good.
moon. And the equipment can be worked into fusions, and hopefully we can do that, but there is a chance that we have to take a turn off to use an equip as well.
Not sure what to do with this.
Do you have Book of Arts in the deck?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna...
Should be fine, it's just a little awkward.
Yeah.
So let me put you back in attack so I don't lose you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have 2, right? Oh, no, you don't. You bonked 1.
Right.
We do need this Mystical Sand to live so that we can play Book of Arts on it. Oh, yo, our trap card? That is incredible. Very good. one of the ways to be very sad about attacking is finding your trap card as the last card in your deck. But now that we have not discovered that we don't have bottom decky Geki, and we also have our trap card, it's easy. All we gotta do is continue to fuse and get our effective attacks and lose our life, and you know, it's easy.
Who in chat is keeping track of fusions for me? I need help.
So, to answer the question from chat, this is on PC emulation for the 15 card mod, but the original was on the PS1. No. And I answered it late, but that's fine.
I guess it doesn't matter what I make.
It's going to get bonked. You just need to not, or yeah, because you got your 4th effective attack already?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm just trying to thin out my deck at this point so I can reach my equip card.
Perfect.
Get him, Rock.
Punch. It's always tragic to do all of this work and then end up with a B, C, or D tech on Pegasus. Getting a B tech on Pegasus, I like to call the Bedge tech because,
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
Okay, well, I learned something today.
Bedge tech. Time to go to bed, everyone. Run's over. We don't need it. I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore.
That's all right. Even getting a B tech is fine because it gives me access to trap cards, but I could also win Dragon Treasure, which is a much more usable equip card. So I ended that duel early and wrongly, so I could just move on. Nobody saw that, right? Okay.
Yeah, no one watched that. It's all
We're
right.
going to change the deck a little bit more now. Make it a little easier for me to achieve my
We have a lot of
use my equip
dragons.
cards. Yeah, the dragons are coming through.
Oh, and another dragon.
Got
That's why
more.
we B-teched, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we could get more dragons.
I love dragons.
Beautiful. Okay, so what can our equips be used on here, Gurney?
I'm looking to put a couple of beasts back in. I think. So I can fuse Neko Gal.
With X, yeah.
Yeah, with Axe or Mystical Moon. Actually,
Mystical Moon works?
Mystical Moon works on Neko Gal.
Maybe we just take Book of Secrets out
Baby.
next turn? Yeah. What good is it anyway?
I thought I knew it worked on that. On some of those games hard. Anyways, carry on.
Garni currently uses the Xbox Elite controller for this run, but lots of good controller options. Garni, you said you were a fan of the PS5 controller beforehand, right?
Yeah, I like the PS5 controller. I have an adapter for the classic controller Pro, which I use a lot. I'm just going to do this so I don't screw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the classic controller Pro from the Wii era for a lot of emulation, things like that. There's really no wrong way to play this game as far as controllers go. I think Exarian plays on keyboard, and last I checked, he's the record holder for this category. But Exarian is a very accomplished Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon speedrunner.
More twin-headed, more time, and then Kaminari attack into big dragon. We forgot to plant at the end of that.
I'm being a little conservative with my beasts so I can use my equip cards properly.
True. One equip.
There it is.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so we're good.
We can Neko Gale
I'll
Moon.
just do this, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause- yeah. 'Cause- yeah, we can Neko Gale Moon. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll start punting now. So we're good. And then I'll start punting now. 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 And then I'
So this is exactly what I was talking about, where you can go more slowly and take your time with this. It's a little bit easier, but it is, when you take your time, it is substantially slower. But now that we got our equip, we can pretty much just start fusing and chucking our hand and getting everything taken care of. Rock.
A fast ATAC is around 7 minutes. And then a slower one, there's no it's like a gradient, you get a really fast one and it's about 7 minutes, but it can go as long as like 10 or even 11 if things don't go your way.
Yeah. And we're looking for Megamorph here. 2 Megamorphs off the first ATAC means we can just move on with our happy lives. Is that Regeki you have face down there?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my trap card, which is fine because I'm still working on effective attacks anyways.
Yeah.
Effective attacks, to reiterate, are when I beat a monster that's in attack position on my opponent's side of the field.
Mm-hmm. Again, we're not attacking with these twin-headeds because we do not want to kill Pegasus too quickly. Mm-hmm. Rude.
Rude. I think that works. Yeah, it does. Great. Awesome. And so this is the modern method of ATECing, and it was not very well understood that we could ATEC this way until, I don't know, maybe 2015, maybe even later than that. Before, it was understood that the only reliable way you could ATEC an opponent is what's known as a win through attrition, where you make them deck out.
Takes much longer than
and it's not reliable at all.
Yeah.
The only really way you make your opponent deck out is if you let them gain control of the board and they fuse and use a little more cards than you. But then how are you supposed to continue a 40 turn duel without fusing and still win?
It's a big ask. Book. Oh, the dragon can't read, Garni.
Neither can I.
Oh. Bolt escargot here, killing doll. The pace for this run, really, the honest truth is we have not gotten a very good idea. The World Tournament went fine. We only had 1 loss and 2 losses in the World Tournament, which was not ideal, but not so detrimental. I would say that, to set a pace, it was just maybe 3 minutes behind from those 2 losses. This where the run can really be decided is in this ATEC period, in another farm for Meadow Mage later in the game, and then in the final 7. And the reason we are doing these farms now is because we need to improve our deck, because the game ends with a gauntlet of 7 fights, and if you lose, they're all in order, and if you lose any of those fights, you have to redo all of the fights over again.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. And they all cheat. They're very unfair. And even when you have a very good deck, it is still very realistic that you will lose. Nice job, Garni, going to exactly 0 cards here.
Oh.
We can put girl onto jar and sandwich, or do we need another?
This is fine the way this works.
Yeah.
I was trying to use fusions on my board as well as my hand, and that's a little hard to handle.
Yeah.
But this should be an ATEC unless I messed up terribly.
Yes, so there's lots of RNG in this run. For example, if Garni had, and non-RNG also, there's a lot of skill expression. If Garni had just simply not used that Regeki, then this last farm, there we go, ATEC. Digbeak, Bright Castle is good. Okay. We like that.
I didn't win a Megamorph, but I won things that will make this ATEC much, 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 much easier.
And another trap? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Digbeak is in the drop pool for some reason because this game's got jokes.
Yeah, we don't like Digbeak. Okay. Bright Castle is the main contributor to increasing the consistency of this strategy. Bright Castle is also an equip card that can work on any monster. How many aquas do I have? Okay, yeah, just put one more aqua in. Let's see. Let's put in the
Penguin.
turtle.
Oh, don't worry, Penguin Knight. You'll get your day in the sun someday. Exodia does exist in this game. I think players can summon it. I don't actually know. It is wild to fuse Exodia. You would have to have your entire hand be comprised of just Exodia pieces.
If that's MBD.
Let's go! Suck it, Pegasus!
There's so many things about that turn that
could have gone wrong.
Not only could have gone wrong, but the fact that he played MBD is just flat out hilarious.
Garni just called this man on a 1 in 100 chance and got it right.
He didn't play Harpy's Feather Duster to get rid of my trap card at the beginning too, which he can often do if I play a trap card or anything in the back row on turn 1. You see that the opponents don't play magic or spell cards really at all, and that's an AI manipulation where in the first 4 turns, if you can manage to get board advantage, the opponent will never play a magic card until like you don't have any monsters on your side of the field and they have monsters on their side of the field.
Yeah, there are different jars in this game, and there are YouTube videos of speedruns being ruined by Exodia.
Yeah, I've seen it live one time ever, and then there's another replay that I've seen of Exodia just happening from a computer. It's so rare that it's like, if it happens to me at all, if it ever happens to me, I'll be popping off because that's so cool.
It's crazy.
Even though I lose the duel.
Imagine getting Exodia at pace 2024, Gurney.
Please, I want it to happen.
I don't. We're behind. Hessian 2 is it's only fight 3 of the last gauntlet, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Not too bad.
Okay. Yeah, it could happen once. It would be pretty cool.
Yeah, there's not even many opponents that could even play Exodia to begin with.
First ever live Exodia.
Marathon Exodia.
Marathon Exodia, insane.
I would love to see it. I really want it to happen now.
We could honestly say this has never happened before.
Yeah, right.
But again, Garni just getting some fusions going here, moving on along. He is trying to end on a reasonably low attack monster so that Pegasus can still attack into it while getting fusions, so we can continue getting effective attacks. 17 is pretty reasonable for Pegasus to attack into.
Nice. What kind of hand is this?
I need more coffee for this hand. Clouch.
What's also really cool about that turn 1 where Widespread Ruin got Meteor Black Dragon is now I don't need to worry about a trap card and I can just blaze through this A-Tech. Just drop all my cards. All you do
is when we draw Bright Castle, work it into a fusion chain and then move on with our lives.
Here we go.
And there's no way that Pegasus draws a second Meteor Black Dragon, right?
Sure. Actually, I don't know if he can use 2.
He can.
Oh, you know, it's happened to you?
I got double Meteor Black Dragon. Yeah, it was awesome, and I was very happy.
Hearing people talk about Forbidden Memories is like war flashbacks at times.
You hear the screams happening in the background. Zooms in on face.
This game will hurt you.
Why are we here?
This game is legitimately one of the hardest games that I've ever played. But it's also just genuinely very fun to speedrun.
It's also very funny.
It's very funny.
And watching people get absolutely destroyed in Forbidden Memories is chef's kiss.
So I've
See
got
you
my
later, Monster
effective
Tamer.
attacks. I'm going to try to just use all the cards in my deck and fuse as many times as possible.
And we got the Regeki face down. We didn't see the Bright Castle yet, right?
Not yet, but it's coming.
Oh, it'll be here soon. At least with Bright Castle and Regeki or your Magic card, you can have those be the last card in the deck. It makes it a little awkward, but you can do that and ensure that you can play it before losing to lack of cards. That Leo's got a gun.
Also, if you manage to pull up the 15-minute extended version of the free duel theme, it's time to start it over.
Perfect.
And then next turn, I'll try to fuse my full hand, and then we'll finish the fight and receive our 5 Megamorphs, please.
Incredible. This has never happened before.
The most I've received is 3, actually. It's pretty amazing. So I've got...
Stone D, BJ.
Yeah, I guess I'm just making a twin hitter.
Or you can do... I guess you could have made Electric Dragon first, right?
Right.
And then you could have made Stone Witch. That's the same number of fusions.
Yeah, all paths lead to 3 fusions in this case.
No, you need to play the girl onto the Stone D first.
Wait,
that was
actually?
Yeah.
He's cooking.
Perfect. Hey, Tech. Let's go.
Dragon Treasure, very good. Okay.
No Megamorph.
Not yet, not yet.
Soon.
Receiving it, the Megamorph drop is not super rare. I can very reasonably get
2 Dragon Treasures?
Very in the near future. Let's see, I have 10 dragons, technically 12 dragons. Do I need more? I don't think I need more dragons right now.
I think our deck is pretty dragon heavy. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. So let's drop. I'll drop a plant, get these dragon treasures in here. Did I get a fake trap? No. Okay, we're gonna move on. I did win a dragon. Maybe I didn't want to put that in. I don't know.
I think you will be.
I think for
fine
attacking sake, I don't need to put that in right now.
Maybe when we move on.
Right.
Hey, we can get our equip out of the way right now. Zombie dragon.
It's really satisfying. Like, playing this game is very satisfying in a lot of ways. Like, using your full 5-card hand into something meaningful is always very, very satisfying.
Feels good. It's very satisfying to play your full 5-card hand and still lose to Meteor B Dragon.
Look, buddy, you don't have to say it. It is amazing we've seen it. It is amazing we've seen Meteor Black Dragon twice already in this speedrun.
Oh yeah, it's a good omen, is what I think.
That's fine. We'll just do it this way.
Pegasus has got hands. I miss Toon Gator.
No, you don't.
He's so cute.
No, he's not.
Sit down, Bakuri Box.
Another, like Cherubim just brought up, Toon Gator is a monster that Pegasus can play. And that's another element to A-teching where if your opponent goes easy mode and doesn't play very powerful monsters against you, it can be pretty challenging to finish the A-tech without really compromising your strategy. So to be able to do that and work on the fly and to manage to save an A-tech when they're playing weak monsters so you can't get your effective attacks very easily is a skill in itself as well. There are so many things it just looks like I'm fusing cards. I already know exactly what's going on, but there's so much knowledge. There's a huge knowledge check and just library of information that's going through that if something were to happen, I'd be able to react to it or do this instead. And this game is really hard, but also it's probably the biggest nerd flex of any speedrun ever.
Again, we should mention we used the reference earlier to compare learning Forbidden Memories, learning English, where it has a lot of rules. There are rules, and you know what? They make sense until they don't. And when they don't, you just kind of throw your hands up because they should make sense, and you're right for being angry about them making sense. But then English just looks at you and says skill difference, and you get destroyed. 2 bolt escargots.
Yeah, I won one of them from Weevil, I think, and another one from Mai.
Wow. Incredible.
You don't see Bolt Escargot very frequently. He's not a common drop card in
No,
the
he sure is not.
campaign. You have to like farm for it ordinarily. Like of the Thunders to receive from as a drop, Bolt Escargot is quite rare. That should do it for my effective attacks on this duel, which is good because we're just about the end of it anyways.
Absolutely.
I think I just need to draw my Regeki and finish off all the fusions I've got.
Mystic Horseman.
That's impressive. I guess I could play Umi instead. We'll do it like this, just in case.
These fusions, man. The back half of Thunderwhiss. Dark Rabbit down. 1 card left in the deck.
Huh.
We gotta activate the magic. We just gotta do a little fuse here. Funny game. Activate Regeki, proceed to A-Tech.
I hope.
We definitely do.
My last hand was really bad. I imagine it's fine, but we'll see. Yeah, no problem.
Let's
Obviously.
go. Dragon Piper.
Look, Widespread Ruin is an amazing way.
Another Bright Castle.
Yeah.
Another Dragon Treasure. We've got some action here.
Dragon Capture Jar is also amazing. It's like Regeki for dragons.
Yeah.
We'll take out... And Widespread Ruin is amazing as well because it will destroy any monster regardless of its attack power.
True.
Which legitimately increases our win chance of the final 7 or final 6 significantly.
And Dragon Capture Jar is great against Kaiba 3 until he plays Blue Eyes Ultimate into Gate Guardian into another Blue Eyes Ultimate.
That's never happened before. What are you talking about?
Surely.
As we're starting this next A-Tech, Cherubim, if you'd like to remind our viewers the kinds of prizes they could win from donating.
Well, we actually have a number of excellent prizes here as donation incentives. We have an N64 starter kit here. We also have a copy of Super Mario 64 signed by the goats themselves. Here you can get your very own cartridge so you can be great too. We have a copy of Zelda, the new Legend of Zelda game that just released recently. We have the SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie video game. We have a Switch case, some very nice shift trading cards here. We have a personal favorite of mine, which is a VHS copy of the 120-star relay performed at the last pace. Very exciting and excellent piece of history here. We also this is, for the record, a VHS recording of the world record for a 120-star relay for Super Mario 64. So, and possibly the only VHS copy to exist. Quite a collector's treasure. And then finally, last but not least, you can donate for this lovely picture in remembrance of Milo, who is still alive, but We all love them here, and you got to make sure to get that beautiful picture, that wonderful mug that you can hang over your desk or have it grace your living room. So this is all for Urban Arts Foundation, benefiting charity, and we do this event twice a year for that, and we're always happy to be here and play games, and the fact that we can do it for a great cause makes it that much better. Rip Milo, you're still alive.
So just to give a little, fill in some dead space here, to give a little history, I've watched the speedrun ever since 2013. I think that's around when it started getting popular more often, and the record at the time was, I think it was like 13 hours back then. I've watched it, I watched the speedruns of this game for about 3 years before I started actually making my first playthrough of this game. And then I didn't begin to learn to speedrun this game until maybe 3 years after that, in 2019. And that was around when the 15 card mod came out, and it's become one of my favorite things to just pull out. Like, I'm bored, I don't want to continue doing whatever run I'm doing when I'm speedrunning, and it's like, let's just play Yu-Gi-Oh! Today.
It's a nice, relaxing, rewarding, masochistic run. It's great.
Nobody's ever felt sad playing this game.
Yeah, it's impossible to feel sad smooshing cards together and getting destroyed by cheating AI. Couldn't be done. I'd like to get a donation train going for Garni getting Exodiad in this run.
My suffering is y'all's entertainment. You're welcome.
Hessian only needs $20 to summon Exodia. Please.
There you are. Oh, I have one more card. Okay. Don't kill him, pass. Okay, great. I can't tell you the number of times I've accidentally defeated Pegasus too early.
I thought it was going to happen during story time. Oh, Bright Castle. Do we play Bright Castle and get a hand of fusions just to make sure we got it, or we got it?
I think we got it.
I think we got it.
One more card. Surely it doesn't decide everything. What's time looking like? Oh man, we're doing great on time. I could do like 20 more ATEX and we'd be great, I'm sure.
Perfect.
So if we don't win Megamorph here, I will do another one.
Let's see.
There's one.
There's one.
Okay, we're going to move on.
Love that.
I would like to have 2 Megamorphs, but 1 is more than good enough.
And we have 2 or 3 Bright Castles.
And Cherubim, could you tell me the password for Lala Leon?
I can. I have it right here. Lala Leon, are you ready?
Yes.
094303887.
Thank you.
Great.
The passwords are on the physical card Yu-Gi-Oh cards at the bottom. You can input them there and buy them for star chips, which you win, along with your rank, depending on that determines how many star chips you'll win. You can only buy 1 copy of each card, and all of the good cards are 9,999 star chips. So without a Game Shark, you wouldn't really be able to buy them to begin with.
Look at that suit. Kaiba here looking good. We're moving through the World Tournament.
I will also ATEC Kaiba because he has very valuable drops on his ATEC lists. I think I just want to put in the Megamorph.
Deck is looking pretty good.
Yeah. We like this deck.
What do we like about our sorcerers?
One of them, they're girls.
Ah, we like girls.
We like girls. So the spellcasters are obviously, like I mentioned, girls, so they fuse for other things as well as they can help me make a twin-headed Thunder Dragon, which we do love. His hand is not very great. Whatever, let's do it.
Double dragon. Surely Kava can't beat Komori Dragon.
Look, if he does, it's just fuel for my A-Tech. He's a loser.
Wow, it's a wall.
Bro, we're about to have the strong crawling dragon.
The strongest crawling dragon that ever was seen. Can he break down this wall?
Actually, wait. It is a wall. I think it is.
Sir, you can't break those cuffs.
It is a wall. Okay. So if he does play a Blue Eyes, I'm in a little bit of trouble, but that's all right.
Imagine Kaiba going wall into Blue Eyes.
He still can't beat my dragon on the weak one. What is happening?
Yeah, the weak.
So that first this crawling dragon here is testament to how powerful Megamorph is. It just gave 1,000 extra attack points to it with basically no penalty.
And we have Bright Castle. Yay. BJ? There we go. Into a bonk. Too bad Kaiba can't drop Megamorphs.
It would be amazing. He can drop Bright Castle and Dragon Treasure for quick cards.
Oh, Garni, Iris needs you to reset so we can get Hashin's laugh.
You have to tell a good joke first.
A joke was told. Hashin will laugh.
Can we get some good puns in the chat so that Haishin can laugh his way to his grave?
We're coming back in time for him. He doesn't know what's going to hit him. It's going to be a twin-headed with Megamorph on it, probably.
Yeah, I'll just do twin-headed. Once again, apologies that there isn't the game sound. We were having technical difficulties. But if you'd like to look up the soundtrack on YouTube, be great background noise.
A bottom dweller? After we A-Tech Kaiba, we're going to go through a couple cutscenes, and then we'll go to the ancient Egyptian portion of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the latter half of the game, and usually moves pretty quick.
We will have collected all of our jewelry and ready to present it to somebody.
Yeah.
I think
Someone definitely not evil. And we definitely will not get duped into giving up our jewelry that we worked so hard to collect. Killing eggs.
Yeah, A-Teching is really interesting and really fun because you'll get to see a variety of different cards from your opponents. Do you remember, did I use a trap card already?
I don't believe that you used a trap card this game.
I'll just play it safe then.
Can't hurt. And 3 cards left will allow us to punt next turn. and activate the trap.
And then I have Regeki on the field. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
We'll just go Mushroom Boy.
He's too powerful. Dice Armadillo kind of reminds me of a Mega Man villain.
Which one?
I mean, I feel like Dice Armadillo could just be a Mega Man villain. Bishark with arms, beefy arms. All right, we fuse, we Regeki, we continue on with our lives.
Pass the turn, make sure I have enough fusions. So dragons are obviously the most malleable of the fusions in this game. You can pretty much throw anything on a dragon and it'll make a viable fusion. That's one reason why we also use them. So I want to see Crush Card Virus, Warrior Elimination, Bright Castle, Dragon Treasure from this. Widespread is amazing too. There's a Crush card that's actually fantastic. That's a second Regeki basically.
Very good. Deck's feeling great. Let's move on to Ancient Egypt.
Why are we in Egypt again?
Because we have the items that we need to do the thing in the tomb that
With
was
the guy?
evil, and they wore the evil guy robes and stood menacingly, and Simon was there. There's a very important reason we're going back to Egypt. See? It's that simple.
I think they're just our cover charge for Haishin stand-up comedy.
We're going back for Haishin's second set.
Drinks are not included.
No, they are not.
So I'm going through a bit of dialogue for now.
This man is the shoddy recolor here.
Rude.
Instead of wearing white, he's wearing blue.
And even though I haven't been able to save, the plot makes you do 2 duels back to back. Well, actually it doesn't. I could save here. But if I were to lose here on Mage Soldier, I would donate $100.
Let's go. For charity, we lose Crush Card.
I guess if Haishin also Exodia's me, I will donate $100.
I'm down for that. What do you got to worry about joining on, chat? It's like a 1 in 1,000 chance or something. People have seen it happen twice ever. If it happens here, that's worth some money for charity, right? I do not think we will lose to Mage Guardian.
I'm just saying.
We have a twin-headed that feels pretty good. What can he play? Can he play a Gate Guardian?
No.
Maybe.
The worst he can play is Millennium Shield.
I do hate Millennium Shield. Alright, we have our dragons in 2 separate stances. And he has played a 1,000 defense monster. So, let's see if Garni can manage to clutch this victory.
I don't know.
Good luck, Garni.
That might be $100.
Poor.
Cheaper.
Yo! Crush Card is a one-sided Regeki, so it does wipe the monster's field. The caveat to that is that Crush Card requires the monsters to have greater than 1,500 attack. So since this opponent is bad and did not play good cards, Crush Card did not work. So really, they got Garni pretty good there.
I'll give $5 for that one. That one was really funny.
Get destroyed.
And I wanted to BCD on Mage Soldier. He can drop Dark Energy and some Tier 2 dragons and a Thunder, I believe. So it's worth trying. They're not the most common drops, but you know, it's always worth going for.
And this mashing through all this text, you have to. There is text box counting to know when dialogue choices come up. There are specific dialogues. Not there aren't a lot of dialogue traps in this game. Like if you miss a dialogue box, it will be just like slightly slower. There are a few big ones, like
At the
we said in the
beginning.
beginning.
The very beginning.
Dueling Simon is a huge time loss. Well, I guess not. It's just a reset, so there's no time loss, right?
True.
Do you know how to get out of Egypt if you duel Simon, Garni?
I do, but it would take me a while to remember, like to kind of work my way through it.
Yeah, we'd have to read text and follow the
Yeah,
story.
it's legitimately like a 10-minute time loss. I'm not even joking. I'm just finishing up some prep. I will actually duel Joey here because my deck is in a good place. Joey can drop some decent dragons.
That'll be already saved.
No,
Ah, but Joey wouldn't, right?
no.
Let's go. Oh, he feels like it's his lucky day, Garni. Watch out. Oh, Bean Soldier.
Oh, we got the bean? Oh, we're
We got the
putting
bean.
him in.
Important.
It's bean time.
Time to bean.
If I die to Joey, I'll donate $100.
We're really just fishing for charity. And we should mention that this is just another decision in a long line of decisions that based on where your deck is and based on the cards you have, the duels you've won, how you've won them, certain fights can be worth it versus not worth it. So the very short amount of time it will take us to sit Joey down could very much pay off in just a reward of a very powerful card. This one specifically is, I think, one we want. And that would save us a lot of time in the long run. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just a lot of decisions like that where you're making choices that may or may not pay off. You don't really know, but you're trying to mitigate the RNG as much as possible. If you're trying to roll dice and win by rolling a 20, you want to roll as many dice as you can.
Do you remember, Cherub, we watched that beating all 4 billion iterations of Pokemon Platinum?
Yes.
And the most amount of heads or tails that could be flipped was 80 times in a row.
That's right. Yeah.
So we just need to roll 80 dice.
That's it. Yeah. Well, the number is different for a 20-sided dice.
You sure?
I am almost positive the number is different.
Could you give me the card for the password for the next lightning card?
Yes. 2, 1, 8, 1, 7, 2, 5, 4. Great. We're cheating. We're using passwords.
Don't tell the CPUs.
They're cheating too.
Alright, so earlier on in the World Tournament, I got some jewelry. Now I need to actually get the jewelry, because what really was happening is I was sleeping that whole time. And I dreamed about getting the jewelry, but now that I'm an Egyptian pharaoh, obviously, I need to look bling bling.
The whole thing was just a dream.
Oh, there's a red eyes. Let's go.
Let's go. Wow. Very good.
So worth. I could start taking the zombies out. Yeah. Yeah, that looks fine.
Oh, Hero's here.
Hi, hero.
Hi, Hero. Hero Shadow Soldier.
Oh, right, that hero. I want to get A rank on the remaining duels if I can. They have very, very, very valuable cards if I can. And This one in particular has a, disregarding the 15 card drops, has a 1 in 1,000 chance to drop a Meteor Black Dragon.
That's the card we're looking for. And we're going to continue to do so as we go through our little Pokemon dungeon crawl here, where we're going to all the gyms, the ancient Egyptian gyms.
For the ancient Egyptian bling.
Yep.
And there are 6 of them instead of 8.
Each one contains 2 fight of the gym name Mage and the gym name High Priest.
And you need to win both of them back to back. You can back out after the first fight.
But you'll have to fight the mage again.
Yeah, if you return, you'll have to do them back to back. So they can be pretty challenging. The first mage isn't usually the very difficult. The second one can be a problem. I'm doing the mountain mage first because each of these duels have the corresponding field card for their, I don't know, mageness. And these two, the mountain mage and the ocean mage, have the mountain and Umi cards played already, which power up Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. So it's safer to just go for those first. They can also drop me Thunder cards or like 2/2 dragons, which can be very, very helpful.
Yeah, the number of deck upgrades we're making at this point would just be to improve the quality of our cards.
Right, doing all those A-techs nearly finalized our deck, but there's still some minor updates that can be done before I get to the second potential farm area.
The fusion for Twin-Headed Dragon is dragon plus an element to make a large dragon plus thunder. But actually what we care about is dragon with more than 1,600 attack. All of the dragons we've been winning up to this point, at least most of the dragons we've been winning up to this point, have not had that attack breakpoint. Now we can win those dragons with that attack breakpoint, which is why we'd like to do that. And if we can, we'll just make it so instead of needing 3 cards to make Twin-Headed, we can only need 2 cards.
Hand economy is absolutely necessary to thin out as you reach the end of the game.
He's back rowing here. We have another Twin-Headed.
Also, considering back rows, when you see the opponent play a card face down on the back, if they darken the card before they pass their turn, if they darken the card before they pass their turn, that means it's a magic card. If they don't darken it, that means it's a trap card.
So we know that card is a magic card?
It's a magic card. That second one is also a magic card.
There we go.
Okay, big Thunder Dragon, here we go.
Large. Surely this one won't lose the Pokemon type matchup.
Yeah, Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon doesn't exactly have the best kinds of Guardian Stars. You're usually playing a losing battle with your Guardian Stars. You have to pick one of the 2 better, the lesser of 2 evils in these situations.
Unlucky.
I could just make my own and play chicken.
Yeah. Also, if you play a card that matches the opponent's highest attack power, frequently that opponent will. What does that card do? Oh, no.
Wait.
Yo, Garni. You're getting destroyed.
This isn't what I planned.
Are you the protagonist? I don't know that you are.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I think I have to Raigeki here.
Yep, just Geki. Surely he doesn't play another Twin-Headed.
I mean, I have enough life points to survive another turn.
What do we got? It's another magic card. It's another Geki.
I can deal with that. And bro, he's about to lose to Bolt Slug, isn't he? No, he's got another turn, you lucky duck.
Imagine losing to Bolt Escargot.
So yeah, this is another high difficulty spike in the campaign, in the main game, where there can be a lot of variance in the duels. It's not very one-sided anymore.
Yeah, once we go to Egypt, it does get substantially more difficult.
Oh, brother.
This guy stinks. BJ has an attack boost, and we can boost it with Dragon Treasure?
Oh, yeah. It's time. That's
Perfect. Black Dragon Jungle King gets the attack boost, and I think this gets it past the boosted Harpy Sisters.
Yep.
And it has a sign bonus.
And we
See ya
win.
later,
And we
High Priest.
win.
This was the easy one, Smile.
One of the easier ones, yeah. It could always go south. The mistake I made was I put Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon in the wrong Guardian Star. So while the Guardian Stars are generally not too significant, like they don't really change too much about the game, or like how you would do a duel, sometimes it can just really be an edge case where, or an edge scenario where like you just don't have enough attack points as a result.
But safety saving. Moving on to C.
Is this Cherub? Is this where we find the One Piece?
This is it, yeah. Become the king of the pirates in ancient Egypt. I'm pretty sure there's crossover there. I was just thinking about how I think it would be pretty rad to dress up as a sea mage.
Yeah, I think so too.
I just need a pointy hat and a blue sheet. Easy.
Actually, you probably shouldn't do that. Do the high mages. They've got a lot more interesting designs.
Turtle bird?
Turtle.
Incredible.
Oh no.
Bright Castle's a very good Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh no.
So is Umi.
Oh no.
We don't crush card yet, but we're getting close.
Oh no. I'm suffering from success here. I'm drawing all of my equips and powerful spell cards, but no monsters to do anything with them. We have another turtle. Oh, I can do this. I can work this.
We can just make a very big dragon. Build your own Megamorph. The sign is correct. Excellent.
Whenever I fuse a Skelgon, I think of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. When he beats, I think his name is Scott, and he's like, "You were once a vegan, but now you will
be gone."
Instead, it's Skelgon.
Wait, what happened to your Skullgun?
You don't want to know.
Wait,
Wait, I'm gonna die. Hold on.
Maybe.
I got the strats. Hold up.
You could have crushed card virus and
Died
maybe
again.
not died.
Died anyways. Yeah. We're gonna fake him. Surely he takes the bait. He doesn't like me.
It's okay. This is Mage. He could sniff out the bean.
Yeah, the game's hard, even though I have all these amazing cards.
Yeah, this is Merry Christmas, everyone. We have turtle ducks, not turtle doves. We couldn't afford turtle doves, so we only got turtle ducks.
Turtle duck at home, turtle dove at home.
Yeah.
All right, back for the One Piece we go.
Are you telling me that Ocean Mage is going to be the king of the pirates? That's the darkest timeline. Look at this guy. What a loser. Oh, you got a clown? You can use the clown.
I'm the clown.
Everything's good.
Bro, the strongest Black Dragon Jungle King you'll ever see. Wait, actually, hold on. I do still want to try an APOW.
Yeah, that's how this has been going.
This game, man, oh wait,
This game's got
I
jokes.
should have equipped him again. Anyways,
You should have.
there's a fine line here where it's like the satisfaction of making big monster with big number, and then like you have to balance that out with actually trying to beat the game the right way. And it's not fun. I hate doing it. I just want a 4100 attack power Black Dragon Jungle King. Is that too much to ask for?
No, I think you're well within your rights to ask for that. We punch. Turtle Man falls. If anyone was wondering, for RNG, the thing that we're looking for from these fights, any of these fights, is Meteor Black Dragon. If we get that, we are grinning.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't drop from all of the mages. It only drops from 2 of them, I believe. But again, there's other cards that could be very helpful, like Tier 2 Dragons or Tier 2 Thunders. All of those would improve the deck vastly.
Ooh. Twin Long Rods 1. What a deal.
He looks very funny. I'll show the card art. Ooh, a dragon zombie. Ain't he just adorable? He's gritted.
I don't like that smile.
What's wrong?
I would not like to look at it.
Do you need me to hold your hand?
No. I don't want to be touched
Twin
right
Long
now.
Rods has 2.
Yeah. Thanks, Twin Long Rods. Always here for me.
Oh, boy. Wait, I can just do this. That's fine. Twin-headed just wins this fight. Again, I have to exercise self-restraint and not make big monster big number so I can reliably win this duel and get the rank I'm looking for. And it sucks. Like, come on. Come on. Come on.
Unlucky.
I'm in the wrong Guardian Star.
Unlucky. Imagine not diversifying your twin-headed Thunder Dragons.
This time for sure. Turtle.
It's a crab turtle.
Crab turtle.
Man, they really dug deep in the name basket for these Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Some of these somehow made it into the game after this game.
Right. Yeah, these are... This game came out before the actual card game was released. Or, sorry, was designed before the actual card game was released. And so, obviously, the rules don't make sense beyond just being gamey.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, cards like Blackluster Soldier and, like, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon are in this game, but, like, didn't make it to the American TCG for an extraordinarily long time. And then you have cards like Twin Long Rods #1, who nobody remembers, unfortunately.
Yeah, imagine forgetting about Twin Long Rods 1 and 2, the Smiley Boys. All right, after saving, we're moving on to our third shrine. It's after Shrine 3 is when we fight the Kaiba fight too, right?
I'll do Meadow Mage at first, and then I'll try to farm for MBD.
Okay, and then Kaiba 2.
Yes, because I'd like to have a higher rank for those fights as well. They can drop very good cards.
Sure. We'll just spam a bunch of Dragon Capture Jars and Kaiba will be sad.
Mm-hmm.
Bean Soldiers joined by Flower Girl in the plant category.
We're vegetarians here. I think Twin-Headed just wins this fight. No. He could play a wall, and I still lose with this one. Or
Which
can't
sign do
beat
we
it.
want this in?
For Desert, it's always Moon.
All right.
What is that? Dark Metal Guardian? Dark Magician? I don't know which one that is. Great Mammoth of Goldfine.
Great Mammoth.
I'll tell you what.
Great Mammoth just tried his best, all right?
He's a good boy.
Can't be blamed.
Is this enough? This is enough. Yeah, I can math.
Thanks, Joey. Two-headed King Rex, very cute.
I like twin long rods number 1. Very cute.
I don't think you do. You won't gaslight me into believing that. Crawling dragon number 2. Let's go. It's another 1600 dragon. Feels good, man.
So yeah, we can win some pretty cool guys.
Like Penguin Knight.
Like Penguin Knight.
He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy. There's 2 of them. There's 2 Penguin Knights, just like 2 twin long rods.
Yeah. If you have 2 twin long rods number 2, does that make 4 twin long rods, or?
Chat, what do you think? How many rods does it take to make... How many twin long rods does it take to change a light bulb? Okay.
It's a wall.
I hope not. Oh, I should have played Umi. That's why it's in the deck.
Oh, it's okay. It was only Stone D. We're chilling.
I'm still sad.
Because you bonked me.
Yeah, Umi's always the right play.
Plus, the mages will always, if you play a field spell that is not their native field spell, they will always try to put their field spell back up. So sometimes you just get a free turn.
Right. If they have it in their hand, they'll reapply it. No.
Sad Red Eyes
I'm
getting taken down by
sorry,
Judgment.
Joey. Forgive me.
You let Joey down with his favorite card.
Wait, this isn't... Is this lethal? No, it's not. I'm cringe.
Incredible. I can't believe.
Oh my gosh.
I thought you were a speedrunner. Can't even count. 100 off lethal.
No, he's so mean.
The tragedy is real.
I'm crush carding this guy.
He deserves it. Smush. All right.
Baby dragon.
Baby dragon. All right. What else do we get? It's another high priest down.
Oh, we've got 3 out of 6 bling, y'all. We're getting close.
Let's go. Another safety save. So Meadow Mage is not mean. We're going to finish Meadow before we go to the farm, right?
Yeah, I'll try to do the high mage.
If we can do it, that'd be great. Little time save, but we're going to need some Meteor Black Dragons. Another little RNG moment.
This game has no RNG. Oh, electric snake. I like.
Bye, girls.
I still have a few, thankfully.
Oh, that's true. You got Flower Girl.
I have Flower Girl. And I have my Aquas are girls, too.
Oh, perfect. Sad that we got no Ushionis.
Is Umi the right play here? We'll wait. We'll pause on Umi.
Yeah, I don't know what he can play. Well, with the field buff, he can beat Twin-Headed, can he?
Yeah. But
Still.
if you were to play a shield right there.
Now we Umi and Smile.
If you were to play a shield right there, then it would be playing Umi first would be bad.
Okay.
So yeah. We've got a brain.
Is that 2 Plutos?
1 Pluto, 1 moon.
Garni is going to be trying for the A rank here, but when he farms, he'll be farming for A rank, and it will be a lot easier because the mages don't start with the field advantage when you farm them in free duel, so they almost always spend the first turn putting up field advantage, which basically gives you a free turn, allows you to just slap them very hard. See you, Meadow Mage. Meteor B, Dragon. He didn't flick back and forth. We don't get to see. Suspense is killing me.
He's in there.
He's in there. You just
He's in
gotta
there.
believe.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a question for production if you're listening. He's in there!
Yes, he's in there.
Would it be alright if I switched the audio to my laptop so we could get some audio? That would be amazing. Even if it's just from the laptop. The music in this game slaps.
We got a Meteor B Dragon. That is a big, big win for us here.
I should have backed out.
You should have
If I
backed
had
out.
scrolled, I would have backed out, and then I would have saved.
Well, surely Meadow High Mage or Meadow High Priest is not a jerk, right? We have Geki. All right. Fingers crossed, friends. Okay. We love to see it.
Did we get easy? Did we get easy? Please. Please. Video game.
Video game. One time we'd like a humble Meadow High Mage. Imagine not believing in yourself enough to get a Meteor Black Dragon during campaign.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
I get to keep my MBD.
Let me out.
My boy.
This enemy could have very much played a monster that would kill our twin-headed and put us on the back foot, which would make it very difficult for us to win this duel. And in the event of that, we would lose our Meteor Black Dragon, which is the thing we are going to be farming for here shortly.
Yeah, High Meadow Mage is one of the most difficult fights in this game. He can play with the field advantage of Gate Guardian with 4,250 attack points, which you need to equip 3 times. No, wait. Yeah, 3 times in order to beat ordinarily. I'm going back to the meadow. But thankfully, that didn't happen. So I'm going to save, but I won Meteor Black Dragon, which is, I'm okay with just winning 1. Because I've gotten such decent luck so far with my drops, I'm going to progress in the game. I'm not going to do an extra farm unless things go... I'll do Final 6 one time with my current deck. And if that doesn't go well, then I'll farm again for a little while. But so far, I'd like to ride this wave.
It's been pretty good.
There's a very real chance, like not even a bad chance that I could win. So coming up, there's a labyrinth coming up. I've got to win this duel first, but after I've won this duel, I'm going to need help from the audience actually to get through this labyrinth. I need y'all to help direct me through the labyrinth.
Yeah, we gotta watch. Do you have the map up, Garni?
I don't know what to do.
Large crawling dragon? Question mark? This is the risk you run into when you have a lot of good equips.
Okay, I did the right choice. Just Mega will do here, yes, yes.
There we go. This was the hard mode of Labyrinth Mage, and we should be through it now. Can you even get a Gate Guardian as a drop from this guy?
No, you can't. I could get Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, though. What sign? That's Twin-Headed, or Sangan. Okay, we're gonna finish the duel, and then I'll need help with the labyrinth. We need to choose either left or right, and whatever I hear is wherever I'll go. Yo, pumpkin! Okay, give me a shout. Should I go left or should I go right? Okay, we're going right. Should I go left or should I go right? Left, okay. Oh, dang it. I have to fight him again. We got lost. Hey, a thunder dragon. If you mess up that labyrinth, you have to do this duel one more time. I figure it'd be a pretty fun time. Bro, these draws are terrible. I need help. Okay, getting a Gate Guardian to start with. We never want to see it, but it's expected. And it's fine. We have our Mega Morph. This Labyrinth Mage and is kind of a precursor to the final 6 fights of this game. Again, another like spike in difficulty. This game does not play around, and soon we're all going to see it. The opponent can play, like, Gate Guardian for one is, you can't actually win a Gate Guardian, and the opponent can play the Gate Guardian with 1 card, and similar, like later on, we'll see Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which we can play, but it requires 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons on the field first, and then you need to play a Ritual Spell card in order to combine them to make the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, whereas the opponent can just play it with 1 card. So we're getting to see more of that, where the computer really has the upper hand and can just cheat, like always. Alright, so the correct option here is right, right, left, and then right again. The audience was close, though. Thank you very much. So we're going to fight, this is the second Seto fight. He is much stronger than Kaiba in the World Tournament, but he's not quite as challenging as he will be later on. He can also play a Gate Guardian and make me very sad.
Kaiba's never made us sad before. He's our friend. He gave us Crush Card Virus.
This one's not. That was in my dreams. This is the real one. Now he knows I have bling and I've got game.
Garni, you should have listened to chat, because chat actually got the directions right.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. Thank you, chat. Next time, I will listen.
Very powerful, twin-headed. Surely it will be fine.
No.
Kaiba's being mean.
No.
We have nothing.
Oh,
This is the Darkest Timeline.
You know, I won that Meteor Black Dragon, but I haven't drawn it once yet.
Well, it's just soon. Soon.
Okay.
Okay.
So once we clear the Gate Guardian,
We'll be chilling.
The opponent will almost always play down in attack power. And so, seeing that Blue Eyes White Dragon means that he's playing much further down already. No, he can't be tricked. He's too smart.
This will set us back a little bit, but we'll be able to go fight Kaiba again.
Right. We have to win these last 2 duels back-to-back as well. There's a lot of back-to-back duels in this game that are required through the plot.
Gate Guardian, go away. All of the enemies look so smug when they beat you. I guess it's mostly just Kaiba and Pegasus, but
Right.
the the high priests also look smug. I've never lost to a mage, so I wouldn't know if they look smug or not. Definitely never lost to a mage in this game. That would be unbelievable. Back to Labyrinth Mage.
My boy!
We did it. No dragon treasure even?
You don't need it to win this. Just Meteor, Black Dragon, and Sun will always be the Gate Guardian because it has the advantage.
But he deserves it.
He does. He really does. He's a good boy.
I'm really glad we didn't lose that Meteor Black Dragon.
Me too. Curse you, Labyrinth Wall.
Labyrinth Mage is only walls. Now all we gotta do is also draw the Meteor Black Dragon for Kaiba.
Millennium Golem is a pretty neat one.
Ooh.
2200, not bad.
Let's go. At the point we are at where we have a Megamorph and a couple Bright Castles, just having a base creature with power over... Oh, the boys are back doing evil stuff. But just having a creature with base power over 2,000 will, with a number of equips, get us to where we need to be to put up a pretty good fight against a lot of things. You get your Thunder Dragon back. Isn't that neat?
Oh, I love it.
No, Bean Soldier.
Sorry, Bean. And then, where is he? Millennium Golem. And we'll put a widespread ruin in. And
Perfect.
Seto will be kind this time.
Surely.
Where's my boy?
Not here.
I miss my
Red
boy.
Eyes is happy to see you. Look at him.
I miss my boy.
It's better than one. Yeah, got a twin-headed. Let's go. Red Eyes doing his best. Let's see.
He's here for a reason.
Yep.
It's to be expected.
That's the baseline.
Okay, so we have something to work with.
Sake Kaiba.
We will. I'll see what he plays next turn, and Regeki. Try to get board advantage. I'm really just trying to throw all my cards until I find MBD or good fusion with an equip. Looks like a second Gate Guardian as well.
Let's find out. Gate Guardian, go away.
He's playing hardball. That's almost enough. If I had twin-headed.
If. but we don't.
If I just draw a dragon, I'll win this now. So you know I'm going to draw a dragon.
Obviously. Hey, he drew a dragon.
Can I have a blue eyes?
Cloud.
No, dude. Alright, I might, if I don't win this, I'm just going to farm Meadow Mage. That's alright. Back to our regularly scheduled programming where we
Kill the Meadow
continuously
Mage.
free duel. Meadow Mage drops the Meteor Black Dragon, but also drops a lot of tier 2 dragons and other just powerful cards like Dark Magician and Skull Knight, which add a great deal of consistency to the end game. So while it was a little ambitious to decide to go ahead, it didn't lose too much time.
Yeah. If we had managed to clear those fights, we would have been pretty far ahead, but it would have been a big ass to go through the final 6. Big escargot energy.
Yeah, I like big bolt slug. You know,
Big bolt slug.
we'll even do it this way. Jupiter.
And we do want to APOW this, so he didn't play a meadow, so he doesn't have a meadow.
Right.
Twin-headed moving forward, gonna go ahead and clean up the Meadow Mage here. Let's see if it's Millennium. It's not. Great. Again, just taking the time to kill Meadow Mage really helps mitigate the RNG of the final 6. Imagine getting double Meteor B right off the bat.
Not this time.
Can Meadow Mage drop Toon Alligator?
I don't know if it can, but that sounds like something it could drop, and it's on like the rare side of the drop table.
Obviously, it's so adorable. There we go.
So the mages will frequently play their field spell cards if they have them in their hand. As mentioned earlier, it basically gives us a free turn.
Hopefully he does not go field into Millennium Shield.
Alright. It's not shield, so we're good.
Let's go.
My boy.
He does exist.
We love him.
Kimura Dragon.
We've got the most powerful bean to ever grace our presence. Or not bean, this is jungle cheeking. What am I saying?
The big boy bean all grown.
The bean was part of the process. We love the bean. My boy.
My boy.
Meta Mage also drops the second part to actually fusing Meteor Black Dragon. Since I won a Red Eyes Black Dragon from Joey, if I win a regular Meteor Dragon, and I can fuse the two together to make the actual card.
While we are moving through the Meadow Mage farm here, I will remind us again that we are here to benefit Urban Arts Foundation, and we have donations available. We're making our way towards our yearly goal here, and we have a number of wonderful prizes in case you donate. Every time you donate at least a certain amount, you can be eligible for certain prizes. If you donate $20, you can get an HDMI modded N64 console. $25 will enter you for a Nintendo Switch OLED edition. A $30 donation can get you a PS5 ticket. For just $1, the greatest deal of all, you get a signed picture of Milo in memory, loving memory of the life he continues to lead. The $5 will get you a very nice plushie, weighted, and $5 also gets you a Game Boy screen hoodie. You can donate $10 for a pair of studio headphones, as well as 2 signed Lego Star Wars posters, signed by David Menken. We have still the set of trading cards from Shift, and we have Luigi's runner's hat as well. Many good things here.
Is that cheese?
We have
But can you
someone
hear me?
else joining us in the commentary booth.
Hi.
Cheese is here, ready to watch some Yu-Gi-Oh! Happen. Garni is farming to get Meteor Black Dragon so he can fight the final bosses in the game.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand anything you just said.
That's okay.
I watched the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid, and the whole Pegasus arc, and then, is that his name, Pegasus?
It is
From
Pegasus, yeah.
And then I stopped watching.
Well, we beat Pegasus a lot,
Oh,
and
pog.
it was great. He beat us once, and he looks very, very smug when he
Really?
beats you. It's annoying. I hate it.
Oh, very good.
Garni wins. How was your morning, Cheese?
Good. I have my coffee. I'm ready.
Everyone's ready.
So, Brian, what am I watching? What is this? What is this speed run? Any percent 15 card mod.
Yes, so this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. It is a game that predates the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game and was released very early on in the cycle of the anime. The rules are made up, and they didn't have trading card game rules at the time, so they were loosely basing the rules off of the anime, and your objective is to take cards with different types, shove them together, make them into bigger cards, and beat a bunch of opponents that cheat.
Okay.
The opponents will always play the highest attack monster they have. They frequently draw that monster, and it's just a dice roll, so it's a lot of RNG. There's a lot of masochism involved. And the reason we play the 15 card mod is because in the vanilla game, you get 1 card per win, which makes it very difficult to build a consistent deck, and even more difficult to beat the game. So I tried. Garni insisted that I play the vanilla version of this game first.
It's the original. You gotta experience the sadness before you get the actual like dopamine shot of 15 cards.
And that is how I became sure that Garni in fact hates me.
So the card you get after each win is random.
Oh yeah. It's a large pool of random cards.
Okay.
So the 15 card mod makes it so that we get 15 cards instead of 1 card.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it allows us to make things a little more consistent and help move the run along a little bit more smoothly.
Hi, Kai. I've seen quite a bit of this game throughout my speedrunning lifetime, and I I just know that it's like one of the most RNG games. That's pretty much all I know. And well, yeah, just bare bones Yu-Gi-Oh things.
Lots of RNG is involved here. You are absolutely correct. And a lot of strategies have come forward to help mitigate that RNG, but the fact of the matter is you could have the best RNG of your entire life and enter the final 6 boss fights and lose for free.
Uh-oh. Is
So.
it GG if you lose, or you just lose a lot of time, or?
So the reason we prepare so much here is because in the final 6 boss fights, it's a gauntlet, which means that if you lose on fight 5, you have to fight 1 through 4 again.
Okay.
Which is why consistency is important, which is a very sick joke
Right.
in a game where
Like this,
RNG.
yeah. And how long does a fight last?
A fight will be anywhere from a minute and a half to 3 minutes. Could take upwards of 7 minutes if it goes poorly.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, but again, there are so many things that could affect this. Lots of you could get a free fight where an opponent you get lucky and they play bad cards. You are able to beat those cards immediately and they don't draw a better card. Or they could play the strongest cards they have consistently, and you can get unlucky to play back-to-back strongest cards.
Okay.
One of the things Garni's done to help take care of the possibility that his opponent's playing strong cards is farmed a specific card called Crush Card Virus, which allows him to kill all of his opponent's creatures. In addition to the Regeki he starts the game with. It's kind of a requirement to start in the game. That allows us to help not get destroyed by cheating CPUs.
Okay. What's the name? Wait, should I spoilers? What's the name of like the last boss? The big guy.
He kind of looks like Shaquille O'Neal a little bit. Like, Shaquille O'Neal from Shazam?
Yes.
Like a little bit like, I don't know. He's got a dope beard. Garni split for the last boss is named Nice Beard. I would be lying if I told you I knew the name of the last boss. Garni, do you know the name of the last boss?
His name is Nightmare,
Oh, his name's Nightmare.
Very
Cool
good.
guy, yeah.
but he's got a nice beard.
He's got a nice beard.
Nightmare, more like nice beard.
Nice beard, am I right? Nightmare is the kind of name you give yourself as a teenager when you make your first gamer tag.
Well,
When you wanna sound cool.
it's also spelled Nitemare.
I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out.
So even better. That's the next Xbox Live username right there.
Exactly, yeah.
Because Nightmare was taken, so we had to alter the spelling.
Very good. So this run could it ideally end way before estimate time, or like go
Absolutely.
way over? Yeah, it's one of those.
Yes, it is one of those, and Garni is making a good pace right now. This farm that we're doing right here is the last heavy RNG segment of the run.
Okay.
We're doing this to get a card that has a base power of 3,500, which is high.
And you could combine the cards that you have to get that base
Yes.
thing.
So we're putting these cards together, but even putting these cards together, we have a hard time getting above 3,000 attack.
Ew.
Yeah. So,
I see he has 3,300 on that one.
yes, and he's equipped something on that to get him that power.
Oh,
So,
okay.
what Garni has done over the last 2 hours is gather cards to help him get high base power, high fusion monster powers, and equipment that works with those creatures to raise their powers even higher. In the final 6, it'll be very, as you see here, the computer can just play cards that make us sad. And in the final 6, it is very typical for them to just play cards with almost 4,000 attack power.
Oh.
So we need, and the game, you only have 8,000 life points. So if one of those 4,000 attack power monsters is left unchecked for 1 or 2 turns, it's a huge loss. Double 1 in shield is unlucky. We're going to need an equipment and a large attack power creature and not the Sadstein. Crush Card Virus is a very sad find here. It usually wipes the board of your opponent's monsters. However, in this instance, it does have a small caveat to that in that the monster needs at least 1,500 attack power. As this is a wall, it does not have that. So even though Garni has a field full of powerful monsters, the wall's just brickwalling us at the moment.
Very good. Well, very bad.
Very bad. Cheese VB.
I don't think I've mentioned it, but during these farms in the free duel, if I were to lose the duel, it's not a game over. I don't have to reload my save. I can just jump back into the duel as well. There's
Yes.
no real penalty for these free duels.
Very safe. It's a good stick. Oh, we do have a donation from Snelms Deep for $50. Good job, Yu-Gi-Oh, Garni.
Oh, thank you. I was expecting something else.
Garni coin.
Garni coin.
Oh, hi Snelms. My worst enemy.
There's an asterisk for my worst enemy.
Oh, thank you. Okay, that's what I was waiting for.
It was implied.
I thought she really turned a leaf.
Not the Snelms I know.
Thank you everyone. Thanks Snelms for donating, and thank you everyone for coming out. Really appreciate it. I apologize again. We don't have sound. I'll ask again actually if for production if I could play the sound from my laptop, if that would screw anything up or not, because we had problems trying to get it to the monitor and onto the live stream as a result.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be a good idea or if it would. Anyways,
Is that the Dark Magician?
it
is
Dark
Dark
My
Magician.
favorite. When I was a kid, I had, when Yu-Gi-Oh came out, me and my brother got decks. We got the OG, I had the Dark Magician pack. He had the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
The starter decks.
Oh yeah, man, I wish I kept them. I mean, would they be worth good money nowadays? Like the OG starter decks.
Secondary card markets are weird. They could have some stuff that's worth money in there.
That was some good times. But we got into it. We used to play a lot.
Oh, Flopsy Wopsies.
There he is, my boy.
The boy.
What's
He's
that?
here. Meteor Black Dragon. That's a big old boy. That's is that two?
That might be two.
Is that two?
That might be two.
Oh my.
Cherubim, really quick, could you give me the password for the third lightning?
Yes, I can. Let me just go to that thing that I have up.
Are we cheating?
Yeah, we're cheating.
Isn't that what speedrunning is?
Yeah.
Garni, I switched to the donations page, so I'm going to have to get it up here. Give me a second. So.
Okay, thank you.
Where is it? Go ahead and do check your fight one more, and I will be able to get it for
Well,
you.
that's not very great, is it?
No, it's not.
I don't know.
Oh, I hear it.
Do you hear it?
Yeah,
Okay.
incredible.
I don't have these passwords memorized. I mean, they're a pretty long string. At one point I did when I was grinding for my PB, which my PB is an hour and 45 minutes, much lower than my estimate for this run. And that's just kind of how the nature of this game goes. Sometimes you can win and go very fast, and sometimes the game actually just says no and go to bed.
That's why it's Bedge Tech.
Are we close to the last boss?
We are.
We're pretty close.
Oh,
Yeah.
PogChamp.
I'll come back to the password when you get it up.
Yeah.
Let's build the deck.
Cherubim slacking on the booth. Can't find the password.
Can't
I
find
got two.
password.
That's amazing.
That's
Oh,
incredible.
PogChamp. What does that mean?
That means that we are done with the farm. Let's go.
Thank
Oh,
you.
very good.
Garni just rolled 2 1 in 100 chances,
Very
which is awesome. We love that. And another Dark Magician. Dark Magician heard that Cheese loved Dark Magician. Wanted to show up for the rest of the run.
2 1 in the hundreds.
I don't know if it's quite that rare, but it is still pretty rare to get
Feels that rare.
Meteor Black Dragon.
It's like 2 top purples back to back.
Yeah,
It's something
it's
like that, right?
incredible. Oh my god. I'm ready for the top after this run.
Mobile top.
Yes.
As soon as Cheese just lights up a nice, easy 136, and then we can get a top in.
That'd be so funny if I start playing RuneScape on the Mario stream. Scythe Prage.
I have it now. Prage, Scythe? Where?
In chat.
Let's go. I have the code, Garni.
Okay, cool, my boy, he's here.
He's here.
We should be seeing my boy a little bit more often.
Now that we have 3 of them, 3 is the maximum number of a single type of card you can have in the deck.
Okay.
So, card with the same name. So now that we have 3 Meteor Bee Dragons, we should be seeing a lot more of the boy. And again, the reason for that is the computers in each fight have a set list of cards that they can pull from.
Okay.
They always play monsters from highest attack to lowest attack. So, and they will never play spell cards or trap cards while they have no monsters in play. So if you play a high enough attack monster to kill all of their monsters, you only play 1 card a turn, so you keep their monsters out of play. You'll never get surprised by anything so long as you're a higher attack than their best monster.
Okay.
Easy, right?
Sure.
Perfect.
I mentioned earlier that this game is kind of one of the biggest nerd flexes of all time. There's so much that you have to know to be able to control the game as well as you can. And even still, I mess up a lot. I've messed up several times already in this marathon run.
That's the bad guys.
Oh, very good.
Always.
Yeah.
Oh, is
see
that the
how-
beard?
You like the beard? Yeah.
Different guy, but yes, good.
What is
beard.
your name again?
His name is Garni.
What's your character's name again?
Oh,
Kind of
Yugi.
twin-headed.
It's Yugi?
Technically,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, or Pharaoh. I don't know Pharaoh's name.
Okay.
He has multiple personality disorder, and
Right.
he has to work through that. But we're not dealing with that now. We're actually just Pharaoh now, because we are in the past. We went back to
Okay.
Egypt.
Okay. Very good.
Not a
Do you
great
know
starting
why?
hand, but we'll get to it.
Do you know why we went back to Egypt, Cheese?
Because the cards were built in the pyramids.
Maybe. I don't know why. I was literally asking you if you know why we go back to
Oh,
Egypt.
because it's a pretty place.
It's a pretty place. We love it here. And we just widespreaded
yeah.
Gate Guardian. We will take that first turn. Red Eyes, Black Dragon. Thanks, Joey. He's so happy to see us. Do you see that guy? Nice big smile on Red Eyes, Black Dragon.
You know who else has a good smile? Twin Long Rods, number 1.
No, you're lying to me. Metal Zoa taking out Red Eyes. Crush card here in the back. We do have a twin-headed. I don't know if the star sign. This game also has Pokemon types, sort of. Like if someone that was into star signs developed Pokemon, and instead of water and fire, you had like Mercury and Neptune and
Right.
all that.
Okay.
Oh, very
Oh.
good. Crushma.
Pearl.
Crushma card.
Yeah, I think I just have to do that.
So
Rage.
hopefully we are able to, having this crush card done, he will stop playing monsters with 3k attack.
Okay, that's a twin. I can beat
Great.
that. I can just beat that. Sweet.
So now that he's played this monster with 2600 attack, it tells us that all the other monsters in his hand are lower than that.
You
Which
can still
means-
top deck a stronger monster, but yeah, they will become lower.
That
and
has
lower
never
and lower.
happened before and certainly will not happen now. That would be cringe, and Kaiba would never do that to us. See? Kaiba's fine. Oh, and there's Geki. Yep.
So when the card is played
Sideways.
sideways, that is like a defensive.
That's correct.
And what is that? What's
So
the
that
difference?
means that the top number of the attack is checked against the defense of the monster rather than the attack of the monster.
Okay.
And no matter how much higher the attack number is, it will not go through to your life points.
So. And they play it face down, so you don't get to see what their defense level is.
Yes. Sometimes they'll
amount.
play it face up too. But Yes, it is a guessing game, but since we already knew that he played that weaker monster,
Could only be weaker.
probably. This
Okay.
game lies a lot. So
All right.
this game's got jokes.
I hate the jokes.
The jokes are not funny.
They are very not funny.
But we're through Kaiba 2. Let's keep moving.
We have one more of the high mages to defeat before we can progress to the final 6 of this game, which is the Elite Four, the final fights
Yep.
of this game.
Final 6 is the scary part. Once we're through that, it's
Looking
GG.
pretty good on time still. Like, I could still lose to final 6 3 or 4 times and probably make estimate, so it's like, we're doing good.
Pod champ.
And if we first try Final 6, we crush estimate by like 30 minutes. The original
Yeah.
estimate was 350. We did cut it back a little bit so we could get some Mario in today because we're running a little behind.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And the reason I say I could lose 3 or 4 times, because I could lose 3 or 4 times. This game
Very
is
possible.
very mean.
And going into Forest Mage here, we do have an anonymous $50 donation. Thank you very much, anonymous donor.
So we saved this Forest Mage, which is the last one I'm fighting right now, for last.
Could you give me some coffee?
For a couple of different reasons. The main one is that he can play a 4,000 attack power monster, and the Meteor Black Dragon can just 1v1 that.
Yeah, so we're making our way through Forest Mage. Each of these temples, again, has 2 fights that you have to beat back to back. The mage is very... it's usually not much of a problem if you play just a 2800 or a 3000 power creature, which we have many of now. You end up getting through the base mage pretty easily. That is not always true with the high mage. They can be pretty mean, play high power attack. 1 or 2 of them can play more than 4K attack. The difference between 3K, 3,500 attack, and 4K attack is actually quite big.
Okay.
The number of things you can do about that is much smaller for 4,000 attack than it is for 3,000 attack.
Hi, guy.
Another Cursed Dragon.
I've got 6 of them.
He's so cursed.
Umi's always the right play.
Making it wet.
I surely won't regret this.
Yeah. Yeah.
GarniTexas.
Hi, Cheese. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Are you ready for today?
Yes.
So happy. So happy.
I'm excited. I got a short list of things I want to see today, Cheese.
Does it involve 136?
One of those things is 136. And then I want to watch Beast Assassin crush his PB
Yes.
live.
Me too.
And I will do a lap around the racetrack. I'll run. It's going to be incredible. Everyone's going to have good showings. It's going to be a great time.
Cheese, how has your pace experience been this week?
Very good. How about you?
Oh, I've had a blast. It's been a lot of fun being able to get on the stage and do runs myself.
Uh-huh.
But just in general, pace is such a fun time.
Yes, it is. It really is.
So many homies.
A real incredible experience. A lot of really cool people and welcoming community, relaxing time, lots of fun games, lots of very nice technical speedruns. A lot of fun to watch.
Okay, so I've beaten the final mage here. I will be going towards the final 6. I have to beat all 6 of these fights back to back to back to back to back to back. And if I were to lose at any point, I have to start again from the beginning. It's very difficult. If I first try final 6, $50 goes into donation. If
Let's
I
go.
get Exodia'd by High Shin, I will donate $100 additionally.
That is true. I will also donate $100 if Garni gets Exodiated by Haishin.
You're so nice.
That's the good stuff right there. That's content, baby. Garni's about to hit a nice, clean ahead of estimate, and Haishin's like, no thank you. Haishin is the guy with the chin.
Hi,
Hi, Chin.
High chin, yeah. You
Not-
like
not
these
those
guys'
chins.
outfits?
Is there a low chin?
No, low chin.
For you, we could do it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just go on.
Send it.
I do. If I can, I will APAL as many of these fights as I can, because they have incredible wins. But I'm not going to focus on that. I just want to focus on winning, which I've already done with this Meteor Black Dragon.
Very good. That's why we farmed him. That's our boy.
That's my boy.
So is this game called Yu-Gi-Oh because Yugi is very cute, and every time somebody sees him, they say, "Oh,
He's very cute.
That's as good a
Yu-Gi-Oh.
reason
Yeah.
as I can say. Yeah.
yeah."
Cheese, you could tell me the plot of this game or anything about this game, and I would believe you because I have no idea.
Yeah, Cheese, what's the plot of this game?
Um. I don't know.
All right, I believe you. Yes, and Garni did mention wanting to A-POW these last couple fights.
Yes.
Depending on how well you perform in a duel and a number of other random conditions, you get a ranking of the duel. Here's S-POW. If you get A or S ranking, you will receive rewards from a certain card pool. If you get B, C, or D ranking, you'll receive rewards from a different card pool. So
Okay.
that is why Garni wants... wait, was that a... did you get a moth?
I'm looking at.
Oh, it's Great Mammoth, the Gold
Oh,
Shire.
okay.
Great Mammoth?
I'm like, does he even drop them?
That'd be crazy. I've never seen that card before.
That might be another ritual summon for the player that the computer can just play with one card.
Computer cheats. He's calling a shot. Let's see if it pays off.
Yep,
Oh,
it's going to pay off. Oh my gosh, you don't see
What?
that fusion every day.
wow. Well,
Bye-bye.
bye, Zoa. He activated Garni's trap card.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it is very good because we couldn't beat that card currently.
Okay.
And now I win.
Now we are victorious. Computer's funny. Computer's got jokes. These are the free fights, by the way. Free in air quotes.
It's the next 4 that can be very challenging.
And chat has mentioned, and they are correct, that it's very easy to look like nothing is going on in the final 6, but there are a lot of small decisions involving star signs, when to play cards, when to fuse cards, when to hold cards, that go into this to really maximize the chances of winning.
Very good.
Yeah, even with these first 3 duels, the Yami field card is down, which does power up a handful of the monsters like this Zoa here. It gives them an additional 500 attack points, which means I need an equip card for my twin-headed to overpower it.
Like that one. Or we can just succeed.
Wait,
Wait,
throwing for content?
we're throwing for content? Jeez, I'm sorry you had to watch that happen to Dark Magician.
Very sad.
That
and
wasn't
distraught.
on purpose, Jesus.
That was RNG manip, alright?
Yeah. You'll have to forgive me.
Not like this.
I'm sad.
It's okay.
Jeez, no.
Sadness is part of life. And being sad just means we have more room to be happy later.
Good point.
Yeah. Prevent Rat is the card Garni won.
Yay. Okay,
You know what
here's
that
Hai
card?
Shin.
Oh, Hai Shin. Hai Chen.
Get your prages in the chat that he Exodias me.
Let's see if we get Exodiad for the content.
Imagine it happening turn 1.
I'd be here for it.
Make a small change to my deck to add some consistency.
I've never actually seen an Exodia happen before. There are like 2 videos of it happening to people during runs.
What does that mean, Exodiad?
What Exodia means is that the computer assembles 5 cards that say the player loses the game immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So for the sake of content, I hope it happens.
I hope it happens. It would be very funny.
Megamorph on Gate Guardian.
See you later, Gate Guardian.
So scary, dude.
This is why we have these traps here. Widespread Ruin is a trap that kills any monster attacking you, regardless of power.
Wow, that's crazy.
It is very good. He's happy to see us, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Yeah. He's got that very happy smile. And let's see what happens next. It's
Okay, that's not bad. It's not too bad.
Black Skull Dragon, beatable. It's only 3,200 attack. We have a Crush card. We don't even need it because we can just go ahead and dump our hand, making another twin-headed here, equipping it with a Dragon Treasure, putting it to 3,300 attack.
On champ.
Pog Champ. Wowee, this is about to be a strong twin-headed.
Yeah, we'll just make him even stronger. One thing to note that you probably won't see in this game until you reach these final fights is that the opponent will never put a monster card that has 3,000 attack points or higher in defense mode. They will always just leave it in attack mode, even if they can't beat my monster.
It's just, they didn't write the program for it.
Right.
Crush card, see you later. I was ready for it to be a wall.
Me too.
It's a lot of hit
All
points.
right, that's fight 3.
Yay.
Now fight 4 is infamously
The hardest
very
fight.
hard.
Yes.
He could play a 4,500 attack power monster on turn 1. And it's
Oh,
about
Aishin is so sad about losing.
it's about a 50% chance that happens on turn 1 as well.
Kaiba betrays Haishin here, I think, because Kaiba starts yapping and Haishin doesn't show up. Wait, no, he shows up at the end. And he tries to activate magical items, and that's when the edgy boy with the Xbox Live gamer tag appears.
Right, okay.
Kaiba here wants my bling.
Yeah, Kaiba wants the magical items. Oh, you should put in the lucky trinket. That'll help mitigate the RNG. Because it's lucky, right?
Yes.
Okay, see? Cheese gets it. We are making a twin-headed here. We're not going to sleeve it up with the Dragon Treasure because it will not make a difference in the face of most of Kaiba's cards. So we really want to throw away our cards to beat Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes will require us to get a Meteor Black Dragon and 2 equipments, or a Raigeki, or some way to clear this field. And what we want to do is make that happen before...
Oof,
Uh-oh. It's a magic card.
that's a trap.
Oh, it's a trap?
Widespread.
Okay, well, we can bait that. We just need to get control back. And he did not play a second monster, which is good. Our snake is powerful and is about to get absolutely stomped by this 3-headed dragon. Never mind, we're getting stomped by the 3-headed dragon. Gate Guardian's the follow-up.
Uh-oh.
And, oh, Dragon Capture Jar and Megamorph. This is good. We can play Meteor Black Dragon, not attack, and then Dragon Capture Jar if we need to. But just having the 5K is good. Could cause us to help get back into control until we get a Raigeki or a Crush card, which will help clear the bot.
I think you should just play Dark Magician and let it kill everybody.
Well, we could do that. That is an option. Dark Magician would, in fact, send us back to the beginning of Final 6, which, at this point, you know,
Back, forward.
Well,
What's the difference?
it's no difference. In fact, we could move far forward, considering the fact that, you know, we get another shot at Haishin exodying us for $100 for charity. Is that a second widespread?
I think it is, yeah.
But we can start getting these widespreads out of here, right?
Yeah, I'm debating on which order I want to do this in. I think I need to clear the widespreads first.
Yes. Very good. So we're gonna
Yeah, go ahead.
fuse some cards together here, start attacking into these attacks. These look like attacks that we are sure to lose, but we know these cards are Widespread Ruins. We cannot let our Meteor Black Dragon attack into this. We, of course, every turn this duel goes on, are at further risk of getting Regeki'd, which will remove our dragon and make us very sad. We're only at 3,500 life points, which means that if we get Regeki'd and we lose our Meteor Black Dragon, we will lose the duel that turn. So we really want to remove all of Kaiba's monsters so that we can, now that we got the second widespread out of the way, we can start killing Kaiba's monsters. And if we do that, we will be safe from Regeki. So we need 2 or 3 more turns of dodges here.
Okay.
That's
Might
one
be
turn.
good with this Dragon Capture Jar.
Doesn't it take your Meteor Black as well?
No.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, I got sucked him into the vortex.
Oh, nice lag.
Let's go. See you later.
Okay, that's a
Yay.
win on Seto third.
That's
Very
the big
scary.
one. Whew. That was a very, very tense win.
Just in case, though, we'll play the wise. We're gonna play it clean, calm, cool.
Wall of
collected.
Shadow gets slapped. And like we said before, now that we have control of the board, Seto should not do anything except play the strongest monster they can every turn.
Right.
Because they have no monsters in play.
Okay.
So. And since we know that they are just playing monsters, we should not have any surprises. Damn. No Blue Eyes Ultimate into is another wall.
It's in attack mode.
Is that GG?
That's GG.
Not for the end of the run. There's still more
Well,
to
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
this
we
is
have-
the hardest fight
Mhm.
statistically.
Okay.
So we just have 2 more fights after this, and that's Nightmare 1 and Nightmare 2. The fight's so nice, we do it twice.
There's Hai Chin.
Hai Chin. Oh no, he's got a dagger. Look out, Kaiba. It's not good to grind your teeth, Kaiba. Evil things are happening.
Okay.
Nightmares are being summoned.
Oh, actually, no. The final fight is Dark Knight. This guy is a nightmare.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Look at that beard.
Look at that beard. It's, what an angle on that bad boy. His face looks like a baseball diamond. Oh no, Hashin has been captured. And now he's dead.
Why are they? Wait, are they not friends?
They
I
don't
don't
look like
know.
friends to me.
I don't know the plot of this game.
F's in the chat for Haishin.
Here, you
He's gone.
You defeated my friend. Now I'm gonna kill him in front of you.
Oh yeah, you know, evil guys don't usually tolerate failure. Yo, 30,000 year what? Very good.
Turtle.
Big
Okay.
turtle, very old turtle.
This fight is still difficult. You could play up to Gate Guardian, I believe,
Yep.
which is not as powerful as Blue Eyes Ultimate, but it still, it still takes.
We got electricity, squad.
With this hand, it's not fun.
Yeah. Again, it's really important. The whole reason all the farming has been done up until this point is to make your deck more consistent, because if you start from behind, the entire fight gets so much harder.
Okay, great.
Now
This
we
should be a
have,
win.
yeah, a twin-headed, and we should be able to take this out now that we've given our twin-headed a buff. That's one effective attack for attack, Gurney.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I didn't get any fusions last turn, unfortunately.
Oh no!
You know what? I have so many equips, I could attack it that way instead.
Let's go. Just more equips, more better.
You need 5+ equips to do a different kind of attack.
All right, this will be another twin-headed here. 4 heads are better than 2. Another Meteor Black Dragon getting slapped by twin-headed. Moving through, getting some damage down.
PogChamp.
Black Skull Dragon is kind of expected. Nice Guardian Star advantage. And
I
that
can
is
do
the
math.
game exactly.
Still one more
Pog
fight.
champ.
One more fight.
This last fight, he can play a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. It's not nearly as common as Seto Third.
This is
And
like the last fight?
This
This
is
is
the
the
last
last
fight.
fight.
If I win this, I beat the game.
Oh, he cannot lose, Garni. Go back. You have to concede.
Oh my, look at this juicer.
Oh, yeah. He works out.
Another quirk of this final fight is that he will only play monster cards.
Oh,
He has no spells.
well, that is nice, though. Spells really do make things much, much more difficult. Plus, not having spell cards means that our widespread destructions are much higher value.
Exactly, yeah.
And we have 3, right?
I only put 2 in the deck just for different. We win.
We got it.
We win.
Hold on.
It's a gamer game.
Gamer game.
Oh, my
So
lord.
now we
What a-
have 5,000 attack,
Oh my gosh.
and he can play only a 404.5k
Yes.
Meteor Dragon.
monster, which means we first tried Final 6.
Meteor Dragon is daddy.
Meteor
Amen,
Dragon
brother.
is daddy.
Just sub 3.
That's
Is it? It
gonna
will
be
be
a
sub
sub
3.
3.
Yeah, it will be sub 3.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Responsible estimate time. We
Thank
love
you,
it.
sir.
Very good.
I even had to do some extra farming. It's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
That was an incredible Final 6, Garni. We'll keep moving through here, but
Okay, and then
crush card for the win.
time will be when it says you win after this. I hit this guy.
Wow, this guy was kind of booty.
So here comes 3, 2, 1.
Time.
Yay! Time.
Excellent job,
Oh, yeah,
Garni.
okay, there it is.
Way to go.
That was beautiful.
A full
Thank you,
30 minutes
thank you.
ahead of estimate.
Thank you.
Yay, Dark Magician wins.
I gotta
Dark
say,
Magician wins. That was wild.
I've submitted a handful of different speedruns for pace, and whoever was looking at my submissions just decided to pick the 2 most RNG dependent
Yeah.
ones ever.
Yeah.
This one I was very, very, very okay and ready to accept and need to merge to kill it, because that's just how Forbidden Memories works.
Right.
Sometimes you just don't get what you want, and you just have to lose.
Wow.
Well, it was a pleasure.
We did an
This is
awesome job. Thank you,
fun.
Cheese, for joining us
Yes,
here at
thank you.
I'm going to
Commentary.
get ready for my
Garni,
Mario.
thank you so much for running.
Thank
Goodbye,
you, thank
chat.
you. I will donate $50 for the first try Final 6.
Incredible. We did it. And we're going to get ready for Mario, and we'll see you through the rest of the day.